All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ave Maria. That's just the way I wanted to start the show. Welcome to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, sitting behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple. And I'm joined here today with 2 former NFL players. One of them, a all-pro on special teams in 2014, according to Pro Football Focus. A third-team All-American in college. A man very comfortable with uncomfortable conversations, and he's very, very boisterous. I don't know if that was a word. About having Oprah Winfrey's phone number. Emmanuel Acho in the building. How we doing today?
Beautiful people. Hey, it is a crazy day in the world of sports. We got a couple play-in games. We are going to hit those in case you missed them. The Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat had a thriller that we will start with. Y'all could be watching any show. You're hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. If it's your first time watching the Speakeasy, please hit that subscribe button so you do not miss any action that we drop. Carebear, turn me up.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy is a man no stranger to greatness. One of the shiftiest running backs in NFL history. The Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher. A Philadelphia Eagle Hall of Famer and a soon-to-be NFL Pro Football Hall of Famer. I'm talking about the owner, operator, CEO, chairman, and agent for 2-5 Sports. 2-5, 2 Live.
Like
LaShawn Shady
that.
McCoy.
You know what, though? We talk a lot of football and all my accolades. But the truth is, I could have went to the pros in basketball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Villanova wanted me.
Did you play high school basketball?
Yes, I did. Not like y'all. Yo, Georgetown wanted me.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's tough.
Okay. Pitt wanted me. Okay, State offered me.
Okay.
Can I stop?
Who was your NBA player comp, Shady?
They said Allen Iverson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You can handle that rock.
I mean, hello.
Maybe Alejandro Iverson.
Okay. Alejandro Iverson.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Iverson.
The one from Baja.
Never met him.
Ali Iverson.
Never heard of him.
Ali Iverson.
Carebear, keep it popping, bro.
Also joining us, Social Trey.
So Trey in the building.
He's
He
here.
in the building. He in the building. He in the building.
I'm here. It's good to see y'all, man. Still got my desk. Shady threatened me and my baby yesterday, but as you see, the winner came out victorious.
I forgot about that.
Now he forgot. Now he forgot.
Rome, punching on Trey, please.
What?
Not that tight, just tighter so I don't see my iPad.
Pause.
You know, that's all.
Punch in tight.
Carebear.
Oh, like
man,
for as we go on.
We got a huge show to
Gotcha.
get to here today. A immaculate show for you. We got to start off with talking about postseason basketball as it is finally here. A team got sent home, and that team was the Miami Heat. Due to LaMelo Ball late game greatness, I'll let you guys see how this game ended. The Hornets keep their season alive with LaMelo Ball getting this right here, taking it to the cup. And then also a Miles Bridges block on the other end of the court. Give me that shit!
Need that.
Fellas, how far can these Charlotte Hornets go? And do they just make it past another game? Yeah.
You know, these Hornets remind me of the 2007 Golden State Warriors. Was that the Believe team?
That's the team that beat.
That like Believe team. It's like they were young, they're scrappy, they're talented, they have a lot of hope, they have a lot of promise, a lot of glitz, a lot of glamour, probably 2 or 3 years away. But I've watched LaMelo Ball now have a 36-10 game. I just watched him tonight have a 30-10-5 game. I've watched him previously have a 20-10-9-8 game. LaMelo Ball has the talent to help carry this team. Keep in mind, rookie Knuppel, he went 0 from 3. LaMelo Ball, still from an intellectual perspective, made mistakes that nearly cost his team the game. Tonight, Tyler Hero, Trey Ball, LaMelo Ball fouls on a Trey Ball. So from an intellectual perspective, you still want to see the growth. You still want to see the development. But this Hornets team is a 26-year-old average age team. Incredibly young, incredibly talented, and just fun to watch play. They remind me of that Golden State team because that Golden State team was capable of playing really good basketball for about 5-6 games, knocking off the 1-seeded Dallas Mavericks, but obviously they flamed out immediately in the next series. If y'all can go back to that 2007 series, if my basketball mind is accurate. So to me, this Hornets team is exciting. They are a lot of sizzle. They're not that much substance. They're a little too much youth to be substance, but I would not be surprised if they not only got all the way into the play-in, because I think they still have to win one more game, or now they play the winner of
they're going to play the loser of the game. Yeah.
Yes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got all the way in and stole several games, if not crazy enough, stole a series.
They could potentially be playing the 76ers without Embiid next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
good luck with that. Wait, my Sixers? You crazy?
Yeah.
I'll say this. I do like the Hornets.
Yeah, they're
right.
fun.
Like if you look at the game, the atmosphere looks amazing. A lot of young stars for the future, but they gotta play smarter basketball. And I know that some of that comes with maturity, and some of that comes with experience. But like for example, you get late in the game, right? It's overtime. Why are you fouling a 3-ball? Why are you even doing that? Right?
Yeah.
That could have been the game right there. And then even before the 3-point play he had a crucial turnover. Ball did.
Yeah, facts.
Right? And I just think that like, playing smart y'all can be a lot better. I'm happy with the Hornets. They got the win, but they got to clean a lot of that stuff up. And I think some of that is it's experience, but also like y'all been playing this game. Right? Like they got to foul, take your time, get the ball across half court. You know these things.
Yeah. No, I think it's a situation tonight where, well, one, the Hornets are a very exciting team to watch. They're one of the better offensive teams. Kobe White coming off the bench, them being able to score. They have 3 or 4 good scorers on the court in that starting 5. LaMelo tonight was a very interesting case though, because it's bro, like you take 31 shots, you make 12 of them, you drop a 30 piece, you have your 10 assists. So your usage rate was through the roof, but also you went 2 of 16 from 3. That's not you would normally say that's not winning
16?
basketball. He missed 14 threes tonight.
Here's the thing we have to realize.
Yeah.
Dude went 2 of 16. Now let's be respectful. Bam didn't play. Played 11 minutes.
Yeah, he played 11 minutes, had an
injury. So we'd be remiss to have a whole basketball conversation and not mention the Heat's best player, most well-rounded player, didn't play in the game. So that matters. But the fact that the Hornets, LaMelo went 2 of 16 from 3. Kieran, when you have time, let me know what they went in the entirety of the game from 3. And they still won. That's
they were 18 of 56.
18 of 56 from behind the arc. 32% from behind the arc, and they still found a way to get the dub. That to me is why I'm like, this is an impressive team. Kieran, you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, you mentioned Bam, and I wanted to talk about the play that he ended up getting hurt on. A lot of people are speculating LaMelo Ball maybe played a little bit dirty here on this. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts. Let's take a look at it real quick. You see Bam ends up falling. You see his arm end up sweeping that ankle. And this is the play that Bam ended up getting injured and missing the rest of the game. No. So it's
That's not a little dirty. That's blatantly. Now, I don't think the intention was to injure him.
Yeah.
But the intention was obviously to impact him.
That's
and that impact led to an injury.
Y'all don't like that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's sports. We gotta be friendly. They trying to fight to be in the playoffs.
True.
Yes, I'm cool with that. It gets a little rugged. It gets a little dirty. Right, and normally it's the Heat that's scrappy. They have that Pat Riley. We gonna be scrappy. We gonna be tough. I don't mind Ball doing that. I'm sure he didn't want to hurt the kid, right? Because Bam is a respectful player. But we playing for a playoff spot. I mean, we ain't trying to be friends. I did it, and that's cool. That's part of it. I don't mind that.
Dang, Kieran, weigh in.
Yeah, I don't think it's as intentional. Obviously the intention isn't. It's a basketball play. You're falling on the floor. He might have been frustrated and swept that leg. I don't think the intention was to hurt him, though. At the end of the day, it's unfortunate. That I just think is the situation that they ended up in. I think Bam really would have affected this game, though. To be honest with you, especially the way that they were shooting the 3-ball tonight.
And they couldn't score.
They couldn't.
Why they couldn't score?
They couldn't. Yeah.
I mean, Bam, but this is my point. The Hornets are not like a championship caliber team, but they're exciting and they're capable of beating you. That's all I'm suggesting. The Hornets, if you don't bring your A game, or if you have a player miss the game, thus not being able to bring your A game, Hornets can sneak you. We've watched a lot of ball this season. I've watched the Hornets beat a Celtics team that went out there and
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, but-
I've watched the Hornets beat every capable team. I've watched the Hornets go on, I believe it was a 9-game winning streak and was just rolling. Like, I've watched the Hornets. They started really bad. That's why their record is what it was at the end of the season. But I've watched the Hornets throughout the entirety of the season just get better and better and better. And let's make no mistake about it. LaMelo Ball is one of the most talented players in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Talent-wise.
Yes.
We ain't necessarily seen him executed, but would you be surprised if LaMelo averaged 28, 8, and 8 in a playoff series? I wouldn't. Not based on what I've seen LaMelo do for a 7-8 game series.
I'd be a bit surprised.
You'd be surprised?
28, 8, and 8.
LaMelo's giving you 30, 30, 30 in a 3 out of a 4-game stretch.
Yeah, that's a
So,
nice
like,
stretch.
it would-
But during a 7-game series, you think he averages 28, 8, and 8?
Here's why I wouldn't be surprised.
Does he average 20 on the season?
Yeah. But here's why I wouldn't be surprised is because if LaMelo could go out and give you a 35-point game, he gave you 30 tonight.
Yeah, but
and had a terrible shooting night.
Yeah, so my thing, I hate playing with the points game.
Okay, break it down.
Because go to the stats, bro. He shot. He was
shot all
2
the
for
shots in the world.
16. Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
2 for 16. He took 31 shots tonight
you know what I'm
to
saying?
score 30. Like,
yeah,
it's-
so I don't care about the number part. I will say this though, like they barely won this game without Bam.
Yep.
And one thing about Miami is they play defense, right? That's why Bam is so special. He can play 1 through 5, and they went to a lot of zone tonight. The Heat, because they couldn't switch. That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Right. So when the big is on a small now, what happens? He's going to the cup or he's going to the 3, step back, whatever it may be. But if Bam was there, they could do a lot of switching. And they couldn't do that tonight. So they play a lot of zone, and they was frying that zone. I do think if Bam plays tonight, they win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So my thing is, how do you really see the Hornets? Because if they're exciting, cool. That's cool. I like Flash. But if y'all barely beat a Heat team that couldn't really score, and their best player was hurt.
Here's why. Because LaMelo went 2 for 16 from 3. I don't think he's going to do that again. What were the Hornets' 2 best 3-point shooters? What'd they go today from 3?
Miles Bridges had himself a day from the
No, what's the-
from line, and then also
the rookie.
Yeah, Brandon Miller. Oh, well, no, you're talking about Con Knipple?
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about just the best shooter.
Just the 2 best.
Yeah,
So they
went
collectively
over 6.
went 2 of 22 from 3. That's 1 for 11. That's that's not even 11%. I believe that's 9% or 8.9%. So if your 2 best 3-point shooters go sub 10% from 3 and you still win, that's why to me, Shady, I'm like,
slow down,
okay.
Cowboy.
Slow down.
They wanted to shoot him this missing. They was getting guarded.
Sure.
They was playing defense too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that matters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just shoot
let me ask you
32%.
That matters.
It's going to be a tough
even
out.
though, and another thing is the defense could have been even better if Bam was there.
If they get in as the 8, no, they'd be the 7, I think.
No, they'd be the 8.
They'd be the 8?
They can only be the 8.
ain't
Yeah, so
gonna
the
matter. It ain't
7's
gonna
going to
matter.
be decided out of the Magic and the Sixers.
If they get in as the 8,
And go to Philly.
no, I'm talking about if they get in. Say they get in. You don't think they can steal 2 games at least from the Pistons?
No.
Really?
I don't see it, man. I really don't.
Without Cade?
I don't see it, bro.
Or with the marginalized Cade. You know, because Cade's been back with the marginalized Cade.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, with Cade.
Yeah.
K or he right.
With the marginalized Cade, I think they can steal.
Yeah,
I
you see how that's so
right.
right.
I've seen them steal games.
Where you see that?
They
at?
could steal
Regular
a game.
season, obviously, but I've seen
I
them
can
like,
see them stealing a game.
Come on, man.
They're so...
Come on, man. Basketball
In the playoffs?
is played in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out with all types of superstars. I'm like, damn, he had 16 shots tonight? No, not jump shots, shots. And he got a game tomorrow? And then he played?
That's funny.
They're not doing it in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I'll say that if they have a good shooting night, yes, they can steal a game. Are you going to be able to do that every single time? Like it's y'all don't during a 7-game series.
Kieran, you hopefully vividly remember that Golden State team, right? That Golden State team was from behind the arc. They lived and they died.
They had
comparing this team to Golden
Davis.
State is
Matt
horrible behavior. Actually,
The Golden State team was an 8 seed. I mean, they weren't gods.
I get what you're saying, but still, you're talking about Golden State at the end of the day.
Not Steph Curry.
Yeah.
07.
Oh, you're talking about the Baron Davis
yeah,
one, the one that beat the
yeah.
Mavericks in the first round.
Yeah, that's I'm saying like the whole Believe team.
Yes,
We Believe.
the Believe. Okay.
They caught a strike. They were young, athletic, scrappy. Yeah, Stat, Matt.
We were soft,
Baron
though,
Davis.
too.
I think Ellis, not Monty Ellis,
He
but
wasn't there.
It was Baron Davis was like the main
Baron
guy.
Davis. Monte wasn't there?
Monte wasn't there.
it was like this is just who that Hornets team
Reminds you of?
Yeah, I don't know why. Like they're
So you
fun,
think-
they're electric. They play a little unconventional. Like they're not smart, but they don't matter because they just hoop. That's just who they remind me of.
He caught that thing back like this and dunked it. Boom.
And Davis, LaMelo and Barron, they're both like those streaky. Like Barron could at any point go for 35 on you, and you'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Monte was there. Monte was there.
Right?
Yeah, Monte, Jay Rich, Steven Jackson, Baron Davis.
Jay Rich, that was the one.
Yeah. Jay Rich.
He wasn't like Monte. We remember, right?
No. I just remember his name.
He was there. I had to look up what he did.
This Hornets team loses to the Mavs first round, though.
One more time.
This Hornets team loses to those 07 Mavs in the first round.
That's true.
They get smoked.
The thing about the East is they just don't have any clear cut like dominating the So I think a Pistons Hornets matchup, like you have an inexperienced Pistons team in the playoffs, you have an inexperienced Hornets team in the playoffs, and that Hornets team is filled with a bunch of
Pistons inexperienced.
No, this Pistons team.
How are they inexperienced?
In the playoffs.
They ain't been nowhere in the playoffs.
How did they win the playoffs last year though?
But I mean, one and done.
Yeah, they didn't go nowhere. But that's not experience. I'm
saying they played the Knicks solid.
But he's talking about like you've been there.
I'm talking about you've been there and you climbed the ranks and you've
been there compared to this team goes out every year.
Right.
And they're playing. They don't even believe in.
Correct. But what I'm saying is they have nothing to lose, and that roster of players like
that's what I'm talking about.
That Miles Bridges, that RTB, that real trench baby stuff, like they are going to go out there and crash out, bro.
One team at least has navigation.
Yeah.
Kind of where to go.
Yeah.
This team, they don't know. They out there just blind. Like,
but to me, Shady.
But that don't scare you, Shady?
Yes, those are the scariest
in boxing,
teams to
when
me.
you got somebody that just out there like you like, whoa, hold on. I'm used to somebody hitting me a certain way. I'm used to somebody throwing the jab, leading with the jab before they. The Hornets ain't doing that. They coming out there crazy.
Out there throwing hooks. Yeah,
just doing shit.
We got some news.
Moving forward, we do have some huge news in the sporting world. It was revealed Diana Russini, in the news for the pictures with Mike Vrabel, ended up submitting her letter of resignation today to The Athletic and released a statement. In the statement, she said, when the page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed my confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. Moreover, the media frenzy is hurling forward without regard for the review process The Athletic is trying to complete. It continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks, and I have no interest in submitting to a public inquiry that has already caused far more damage than I am willing to accept. Rather than allowing this to continue, I have decided to step aside now. Fellas, huge news. What do we make of Diana Russini resigning today?
I apologize for all the thoughts that I have on this, but I have thoughts, a lot of them. First, let me start with this. Unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from facts. Diana Russini has made a living doing that. Speculation, media outlet, on athletes, on players, unmoored from facts. I think this is the nature of the social media beast in which we live in. So I believe Diana Russini has made a living in that. So you would anticipate that she would probably be more equipped to handle what she has made a living doing. That's number one. Number two, you also have to acknowledge this is still a troublesome situation for her family and for the Vrabel family. So acknowledging that. Number three, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for several reasons. The first thing Diana Russini came out and said was she was on a girls' trip. So rather than simply providing the photos of the other women at said hotel in Sedona, you resign. That's number one. Number two, if you did not do anything, why would you resign? Because it only makes it look like you're guilty as charged. If a judge were to accuse an individual of murder, the individual wouldn't be like, you know what? Just throw the sentence at me, judge. I'm tired of people making fun of me on social media. You're going to say, no, I'm innocent. So this also doesn't appear good for Diana Russini because assuming you are telling the truth, why would you resign from a job, cost yourself money, your family money, your kids money? Why would you resign from a job when you could simply just show the photos of the other women that were there? There are so many other options Diana Russini could have chosen besides resignation. Husband come out and say something. Hey, us and the Vrabels, we're super chill. Me and my wife are on the same page. Y'all are getting y'all's jokes off, but it's all love in this Russini household. Could have proved the pictures. One of the 6 girls on the girls' trip could have come out and said something. Hey, here's our selfies from the same hotel. Could have proved the pictures. Vrabel's wife could have come out and said something. Vrabel could have come out and said something. So option A, B, C, D, and E, and it appears that Diana Russini chose F, and an F is never passing. So that's just kind of how I feel about the thing.
It was some effing going on for sure around that joint. Like F, like grade judgment. I'm saying, yeah, like grade F judgment.
What if it's G?
Okay.
None of the above.
Okay. Break it down.
Let me do my thing.
Okay. All right, Shady.
There we go. Living in this
Not black.
Not white.
Y'all don't live in the gray area.
Gray area.
We in their business, right? Now she's probably embarrassed. Her family's probably embarrassed. The kids, everybody, and because we are the ones judging, telling her who she's messing with because of some pictures. I'll just say this though. To Acho's point, why the girls didn't come out and speak, why the dad didn't come out and speak, or the husband, why they got to? Because y'all making them do it because what y'all think it is. Now, what if, let's say that they might be swingers. We don't know.
Okay.
And I'm being serious though. Like there's I know players that I played with that, hey man, they got whatever they got for their relationship to work. That's what they got to work. And now we're bringing all this chaos to the situation because we want to judge. They might be okay with what they got going on. Why she gotta sit there and answer all these questions?
That's not the issue.
That's the issue, bro.
No. The infidelity,
the
infidelity, them being swingers is not the issue. The issue is she is a reporter for the NFL, potentially having an intimate relationship with the coach.
But
that, for journalistic integrity purposes, is the issue.
What I'm saying is, listen, I'm giving you two different scenarios. One is, look, they might have had some going on as far as a swingers thing. But the other side might be, yo, we had nothing going on. And everybody's making this big noise about it, right? And it's erupted where now everybody's talking about it, every platform you see. And it could have been something simple as, I'm on a trip with my girls and I see, the coach, we know each other, we kicking it, we talking business, we talking fun, whatever it is. And a picture here and there or a video here and there, you slow it down, it may look like more than what it really is.
Yeah.
So that's my whole problem with it.
Now, I don't disagree, but here's the problem I have with what you're saying, Shady, is assuming what Shady's saying is correct, why in the hell would you resign? Like, because assuming what Shady is saying is accurate, bro, we're just homies. We were just hugging. It's a still shot. You catch any still shot of a hug,
quit your job?
It's awkward. Why quit my job?
Yeah.
Because if I'm fully, purely, and incomprehensibly innocent, I'm not going to be accused of something, be the brunt of some jokes, and then be like, you know what? I quit. Like,
I think it makes yourself look, me personally, my opinion, it makes you look even more guilty.
The other thing I don't like is, like, don't now come out here and play a victim. Diana Russini, you an adult. You did what adults do, potentially, accusatorily. But don't come out here now because of the backlash I've received on social media. Every athlete that you've reported on that is big time has been under this social media firestorm. Once every week, I'm under a social media firestorm. So, like, this is just a part of being in the big league. So, to me, Kieran, can you read that third paragraph, the fourth paragraph?
The fourth paragraph?
The fourth paragraph, sir.
Yeah.
In the
fourth paragraph that she says, rather than allowing this to continue, I decided to step aside now. Before my current contract expires on June 30th, I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it further oxygen or to let it define me or my career.
Retiring from an occupation is altering the trajectory of your career. That is quite literally career defining. You've simply defined it for yourself, but your career was as a journalist. Retiring from a company as a journalist is completely changing the trajectory of your career. So you substituted the trajectory of your career for a definition of your career given by other people. I just don't like when you try to play the victim. You play a stupid game, you won a stupid prize. What's the stupid game? The stupid game is being pictured that intimately with the coach, whether you did something or not. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If you live long enough, you're going to play a stupid game and you're going to win a stupid prize.
This is my pushback, though. Now, you sit down with all these different races and all these different uncomfortable conversations, write all these different books, and you know how serious mental health is. And everybody handles things differently. You talk about some of these athletes that she writes about, et cetera. Some of them people been under their scrutiny since they've been like 10 years old.
That's facts.
And they can deal with it a certain way.
That's facts.
Others can't deal with it. And if she wants to deal with it differently than what we would do, And so, you know what? I can't take all this. I'm going to the grocery store, people looking at me. I can't take people talking to my husband. I'm done with it. And she wants to resign. What's wrong? That's how she handled it.
That's fair.
Maybe when we see it, we might view it a certain way, but that's how she takes it.
Here's what frustrates me, 2-5. Who publicly... Oh, let me start here. Who has Diana Russini reported about the most in the last 3 months? Anybody can answer.
Is it...
Last 3 months.
Last 3 months?
Yes, Diana Russini.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Has AJ Brown publicly acknowledged she struggles with mental health?
Yes.
So Diana Russini, in the last few months, because your point about mental health, my point is like 2-5. You just can't complain about something that you contribute to. It's just a part of society. At the point in which this media frenzy is hurling forward with feeding into self-speculation, that's Twitter. I'm not going to let Twitter make me resign.
That's you. That's you, right? Mm-hmm. You cool with that. You used to it. You like embrace people talking bad about you. You like it. You cool with it. Mm-hmm. She may not be like that. So every little thing, oh my God. I didn't grow up with her. I don't know her. I know her from this work, but I don't. So what I'm saying is you're putting your own self in her shoes, and I think you have to handle things differently. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So she might can't take this pressure. Yeah. Everybody can't.
Yeah.
That's what also I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying she's right or wrong. All I'm saying is, as people, we gotta live in this gray area. Everybody is not the same.
Yeah.
And she probably can't. She can't deal with this. She got a husband at home.
Yeah.
You don't know how that is.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It can be a lot.
She has kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think this is more so about like whether
that's not to deal with.
I think it's the resignation has more of a factor in my mind as to like whether there's credence to the alleged rumor or there's not. And I think making this move to combat the alleged rumor, which she's like fighting against, what she's talking about in the statement, saying, "Oh, you know, I like due process is I'm deserving of due process in terms of this investigation that's happening in the series." And she said exactly what it is that she's done. I think now resigning it's a bad look. I just think it's a bad look. Now, she is just to do that because if that's the way she handles it, that's the way she handles it. I'm not here to say that.
But here's my last thought on it. My last and maybe the most important thought in regards to the matter is the one thing social media hates collectively. Collectively, social media hates one thing: acting like they're stupid. If you act like social media is stupid, social media from the east to the west to the left to the right to the Democrats to the Republicans, they will all come together and band together against you who acted like they're stupid. So Diana Russini's statement is just acting like the reader is unintelligent. You are talking to the reader of your statement as if they have no common sense or as if they have not lived on this earth. Because common sense communicates to the reader, hey, what you're saying just doesn't make sense. That there were 6 individuals on this girls' trip, haven't provided evidence of the 6 individuals, that you're resigning from work not because you're guilty, but you're resigning because you don't want to continue to feed into the speculation, that you don't want to let this define your career, but you're resigning from an occupation which changes the trajectory of your career. Social media hates when you try to act like they're dumb, and this statement by Diana Russini is just acting like they're dumb. Just don't say anything.
Has she ever been attacked before on social media?
Like not never. To the hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been quiet. It's been whispers.
She's not used to this though. She's trying to just, you know what? Let me just move and get away from this. I can see somebody.
But you know what, Shady? She's used to dishing it out though.
Facts.
She's used to dishing it out.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
No, you can't be willing to dish it and not be able to take it. And I realize some people are like that. They can dish it but can't take it. But my issue with her is to your point, Acho. She thinks we're dumb and she's playing in our face in the midst of backlash. Well, it's funny you brought up backlash because should your husband have quit when he got backlash about your nights in Miami that you didn't even want to disclose to him because you had so much fun? Mm-hmm. Should he have quit on you when, you know, you called him a very average looking human being and not attractive at all? Should he have quit on you with the backlash of you saying publicly that you wish you had a boyfriend and you've been looking for one while you're married? So I spare me the Karen, woe is me, pity party. Oh my gosh, everybody's attacking me, so I'm just going to quit so there's no more eyes on me and nobody has to worry about it. That's such a weak cop-out to me.
It's hard for me to disagree when if you make a living speculating on athletes and speculating on notable figures, then you resign because individuals are now speculating on you. That's where I'm just
you think, let me ask you a serious question though. we talk about Twitter and all these people. You think a lot of these reporters can take the heat that these athletes do? The way they talk about them, right? The way they talk about their lives, who they are, how they conduct themselves. You think they can take that?
Hell no. We're seeing it.
We're seeing it right now.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, I could believe that this is a lot to her, and I'm trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
I can see that. Everybody, just because you dished out, you mean you can't take it?
At some point, you have to be held accountable, though. Like
accountable for what?
Getting pictured like that is like something that a reporter. I think a lot of people would say a reporter shouldn't be in that situation of her caliber. Of like that's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
The fact that you have left it up to speculation, like you said, Emmanuel Acho, that was her error. That was her error for leaving it up to speculation.
It's literally just play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
That's
also,
literally it.
Can I ask you this? If it was a situation where Travis Kelce is seen with another woman not named Taylor Swift. Would she have a problem reporting on that? No, it'd be the biggest news in the NFL. She'd do that.
But they're not the same, though.
I understand they're
not the same.
I understand they're not the same.
She's not
but
used
also,
to people taking pictures of her.
I want to drop this though. I want to drop this though. What does she report on? She reports on athletes and coaches, right?
Yeah.
What is she involved with? A coach. That's the reason why it's a story. If it's anybody else, it's not a story.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's a coach.
That's a good point.
She's involving herself in it.
Joe Schmo.
Yeah, it's a coach.
So what's the point of that? What are we getting at?
We talk about Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, and that's a coach and an interpersonal relationship that they have, and there's a lot of judgment thrown at it. If she involves herself with a coach, sorry, you open yourself up.
You make yourself the news.
Exactly. Whenever she had all the statements about her husband, that wasn't viral until now.
Yeah.
Because she's been involved with the coach.
What I'm saying is, yo, she's not thinking of that. He's talking like somebody that's a celebrity, somebody that's important. This lady, respectfully,
but she's important.
But she's not a celebrity.
She's not a celebrity. Vrabel is, though.
No, Vrabel is.
Okay,
Vrabel is.
Right. But what I'm saying is a ball player will walk right past her.
Yeah.
If they don't have to talk to her because they're made to talk to her, they're not.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
not. Yeah. Right? So what I'm saying is she's not thinking like, I got to watch everything I do because I'm under the microscope.
Yeah.
She's not thinking like that.
Yeah.
You're talking how athletes, professionals think, famous people, that's how they think.
I can't give you that one, Shady. I can't give you that one because she is industry adjacent. She may not be a celebrity herself. She may not be an NFL head coach, but she knows what comes with being involved or with a head coach. And as a head coach, they are going to have pictures taken of them when they're out having dinner. We've seen it with Sean Payton.
You think she's thinking that? You think she thinks that, yo?
Clearly not. She thought she was slick enough to not get caught.
What I'm saying is, forget this situation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You think that she feel like, hey, if I go meet with this coach and go to dinner, or I'll do this and that people's gonna be worried about taking pictures of her? You think she thinks that?
But that's how she ended up here.
But what I'm saying is, because sometimes you could be around, like he said, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce takes a picture with a fan, and the fan is a little bit extra than they need to be, and somebody takes a picture from the side, and it looks like, oh my God, he's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's aware of that. So now he's talking like, oh, hey, how you? What I'm saying is, this lady.
Yep.
She ain't thinking that.
But let me push back. Let me push back.
Yeah,
hold on. As a reporter, I don't think she is. As a married woman, though, she probably is. Because y'all married, Shady, you said what you said yesterday in the show. If you're out laying out with another man, as a married person, you might be like, oh, how's this look? As a reporter, I'm with you, Shady.
How you know that?
How's this?
Because I could tell.
Based upon married people. Like
you want to because you're not married, and I'm not married. But I will say this. From the way she talks about her husband, I can tell that they're open, like just certain they're open with certain things. Because your pops will be like, what? You get what I'm saying? My mom and dad married. My mom ain't talking like that. But I know married couples that have a great relationship. Yeah. And they might say certain things and look crazy to me. But let me ask you this. You can tell that, that's what they do.
But then shouldn't there be some common sense? Jada and Will have their whole open marriage situation. So they say.
Yep.
But Jada got with that young bull. What's his name?
August Alsina.
What's his name?
Alaska. It's August Alsina.
August Alsina.
So Jada didn't last long.
Jada got with that young bull August, right? Maybe her son's age or something like that. And they were cognizant enough to know, let's keep this under wraps in 2016 when it happened. Even though we're in an open marriage, so we're not crossing any of our boundaries, but the world won't understand what we got going on. So I'm not going to get pictured with this young bull because even though I'm not doing anything wrong to Will, it will turn into a story. It only became a story when Jada ended up outing and making it a story. So I'm saying Diana should have the same. If you're right, and I'll give it to you, Shady. Fine, Shady, you're right. At least have the sense of, hey, the world might not understand what type of time I'm on.
You just, for your example,
Use two famous people.
You use Will Smith and Jada Pinkett? Yeah. Come on.
I'm using a principle. I'm using a CEO of a company.
The principle cannot work with.
Hold on. Let me give you one. Coldplay. Thank you. Now, these people aren't famous, so please, Shady, give me this one at least. The two people that got caught at the Coldplay concert, not famous, neither of them. They were just CEOs of some random company we've never heard of. The woman has since gone on Oprah's show 3 weeks ago. Oprah Winfrey, y'all can look it up on YouTube. Gone on Oprah's show and said, me and my husband were actually separated. She's like, me and my husband, I knew he was there. She was like, I wasn't planning on being pictured. He knew I was there. Our daughter was there. She was like, I knew, but why'd they duck? Not because there was any infidelity between them two, so she says, because optically, it just looked bad. Yeah. So, and they're not famous. So all I'm saying is, Shady, like, I'm just saying, even if you're not famous, if you know the world might see something differently and think something like...
Yeah, I seen that. I knew that was an acting job. You seen Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my acting job.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
Come on, man.
You both married?
You actually on Oprah? Yeah, we were separated when that happened. What?
Right.
I see through that. I live in the gray area. I know somebody bullcrap.
Karen, let's keep it pushing. We got super chats?
We do have some super chats that we could definitely get to. We're gonna kick it off with our lady regular.
Okay.
She back popping. Shannon is in the building. She's on a first name basis here.
Speakeasy. The lady regulars in here.
She says, "Whoa, now, fellas."
What up, Shannon?
That basically means hello in NOLA.
Okay.
Karen, do you want to? Yeah, you want to?
Whoa, nah.
Whoa, nah. Come on, Woody. What's happening, baby?
What's happening, baby?
She said, "What's happening, baby? What's happening, baby?" She said, "I have a non-sports question first. I think it's unfair to see what y'all look like, but you don't know what I look like. How can I?" I gotta start reading these super chats. But I gotta screen them, bro.
I called this yesterday, and y'all, Acho, why you Acho? I be knowing. I called this yesterday.
I gotta give credit where credit's due. But like, hold on. But Central Cass, I want to see he look like, because he got a lot of jokes.
We know what Central Cass look like.
You probably know. I'll show you a picture of Shady. Yeah.
You don't want to know what somebody look like the way they be acting in this group chat?
I have no interest in knowing what I'm married. So, but for
y'all, I'm saying just people in general.
Like, yeah, I like to put a face to a name for sure.
I just know I called it. Go ahead, keep reading Shannon's joint.
Yeah, no, that was it. That's all she said. That's all she said. Where can she send the picture? She's trying to get at y'all single boy.
What is it? At LaShawn McCoy on IG?
What's your number, Karen?
Or at Shady McCoy on IG?
At Shady McCoy.
On IG.
At Emmanuel Acho, at Carebear Kieran.
Oh, at Shady McCoy.
At Carebear Kieran.
Well, Shannon, we appreciate the love, though, young
She's got the daughter, so maybe the daughter could, slide in your DMs. Bojangle2213 says, Shady got to stop with the contrarian talk. Any innocent person accused of infidelity would not resign. Now there are reports saying the Athletic found out new information after the initial report. This ain't no innocent fleeing, Shady.
Yeah,
facts are facts.
Yeah. The thing that's like gonna be the most damning thing if there's a filing from the divorce or for divorce from her husband or something, then it's like something
and
definitely was
the problem is that stuff is public too.
Yep.
So you can't even quietly divorce.
You can't.
That's why I think that's also another
Are you married?
I think it's a damage control type situation right now.
What? Well, answer it. Say yes.
Yes, I'm married.
Okay. Now, what do they say?
Who is that?
When you say I'm a how do they call it?
You say I do your vows.
Your vows.
Yeah, your vows. Yeah.
And what's it say?
Till death do you part.
But
unless you prove it.
But if you break a vow,
then we supposed to get divorced.
But if you getting busy with the head coach of the New England Patriots,
you've been reading a good book, huh?
All I'm saying is this in a good book.
Good book. You allowed for divorce.
The First Testament, it was woo.
Old Testament.
Yeah, the Old Testament and the New Testament was different.
It was great.
So my thing is, dang, dog, y'all throwing all these stones like y'all ain't never sinned. I hate when people do that. That's why I live in a gray area, man.
I'm not saying
that. And I forgive.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Well, because that's what Jesus.
Next super chat.
That's why
he forgives.
That's why I rock with Jesus.
K Crazy 215 said Adam Schefter can be out here sending whole articles to team presidents and GMs before it's published. We ain't have this many conversations about media integrity. Maybe it'd be different if Adam was on his knees in a picture. Whoa. What is going on? I'm not sure where any of that.
K Crazy. Also, K Crazy's profile picture is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
The point is,
it's Drewski's Erica Kirk, but like Trump also
it's
right
the Donald Trump. After he got his ear shaved. That's
unbelievable
a crazy
profile picture. I've never seen something like that.
Listen, Benjamin Ty, shout out to our guy B-Ty in the building. Said, it is sad. I feel like Russini and company felt this story wasn't worth a job at the Athletic. Whatever the truth, Russini and company would rather resign than face the truth. Yeah. Whatever that truth is, I hope their truth is set free. Absolutely. And then last one I got before we got to keep it moving, y'all. Derek Mitchell 72 says, shout out to the Speakeasy crew, bruh. Y'all got Social Tray sitting at a TV tray for a desk. His new name got to be TV Tray.
TV tray.
Nope, doesn't ring.
Nah, it doesn't ring.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Back to Social Tray.
Yeah, Social Tray's gonna.
That's all I got.
Appreciate y'all. Moving forward, we got to talk about some Philadelphia Eagles news. Howie Roseman had media availability, which means one thing. He's going to be asked about A.J. Brown. I'll let you guys listen to what he had to say when asked about A.J. Brown yet again.
If he is traded, you have depth there at wide receiver.
What do you think the odds are that I'm answering this question any different than I answered anywhere else? Like, really? Like, do you think that's like 50%? Do you think that's 75%?
I felt like I needed to ask.
A.J. Brown's an Eagle.
A.J. Brown is an Eagle. I like this response from Howie. Do we expect A.J. Brown to stay in Philadelphia?
I do. Oh. I think Howie, he always talks about how AJ's an Eagle. I think he's in the business of keeping like superstar, elite, all-pro type players on his team. And also I feel like they might have tried to move him and he didn't get what he was looking for.
True.
Right? So like I don't want to move this player, but maybe the player might want to leave, or maybe it's so much heat to move him for the locker room, I guess. And then I go to move him, I'm going to ask for the highest bidder. And then they didn't bid that high, right, that he wanted. I think he wanted like 2 firsts and a player or something like that. And they didn't give him that, so I think he's going to stay. Plus, we are better with A.J. Brown. I keep hearing, I'm tired of hearing all this and that. Quit the malarkey. We are better with A.J. Brown. And listen, Jalen Hurts, I think he has a big bounce back year this year, throwing the ball, and we'll get back to Eagle football. But I do not think we are a better team. We are a Super Bowl team if A.J. Brown is not on the team. I truly believe that.
I don't believe A.J. Brown's going to stay. I love Howie. Howie's hilarious. Me and Howie have gotten over our differences when he cut me 5 times prior to the age of 25. But Howie just honest. He just, bruh, terrible. Howie honest, though. Howie's telling his truth in the moment. I don't know if this is always going to be the truth, but his truth in the moment is A.J. Brown is a Philadelphia Eagle. But realistically speaking, here's what doesn't make sense. Why acquire Dontavian Wicks? Why acquire Hollywood Brown? Obviously, you still got Smitty for A.J. There's just no need to go acquire Hollywood and acquire Wicks while having Smitty and also have AJ. It just, that's to me is the part that from a roster construction perspective, it's like, Howie, I hear what you're saying, but I see what you're doing. My coach used to tell me, Kieran, your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're telling me. Howie, your actions are speaking so loud that I can't necessarily hear what you're telling me about AJ because I'm watching your actions. At the point in which Jalen Hurts already struggles getting the ball to both AJ and Smitty, what do you think Jalen going to be able to do with AJ, Smitty, Wicks, Brown, and Goddard, plus Saquon out the backfield trying to catch about 30 to 50 passes a year? It's only one football, and it's a quarterback in a run-first offense. So Howie's actions are communicating a message that juxtaposes what his words are communicating. There's just no way to me that A.J. will be an Eagle. The Eagles are better with A.J. Brown, yes, but A.J. Brown is great, Eagles or not Eagles. So I don't buy Howie's words on this.
I disagree with you. I think Howie's tired of answering the question, and I think A.J. Brown is just going to be an Eagle at the end of the day. I think he's going to say it. Yeah, I think next season he's going to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I think they want, if they were to trade him, they want something of equal value in return, which I just don't think the market is going to give him. Which is, I think that one, that we're asking for 2 first-round picks. It's going to be a first and something else if you want to trade for A.J. Brown. And also, I just don't think at this point, I'm not saying A.J. Brown's not a unbelievable like a wide receiver or a player that could be a game changer for an organization. I just more so think he fits more with the Eagles right now. I think Howie's saying that consistently. Not that I'm taking every GM's word for whatever they're saying.
I'll never do that.
But no, I'll never do that. But I think Howie's being truthful here. I think this is a situation where A.J. Brown will remain an Eagle. I think we continue blowing this out of proportion because he doesn't seem happy there. I think he's going to have another season unhappy. And that's that's what I think is going to happen.
Kieran, because you keep up with rosters on every team in hell, just about every sport. You saw the Wicks acquisition. Yes. You saw the Hollywood acquisition. We ain't even got to the draft yet.
Yeah.
And you saw the Goddard retention.
Yes.
So you retained Goddard, and you acquired 2 wide receivers that one's a formerly number 1 wide receiver in Hollywood Brown, formerly
which
obviously.
Are both number 3s now.
Yes, but you just said both number 3s.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Do you want Tavian Wicks or Marquise Hollywood Brown taking targets away from A.J. Brown?
AJ's not going to be here. I
watched A.J. Brown last year while being the bona fide number one, get one target in a game towards the end of the season.
So now you have to understand what I'm saying. If AJ's already only getting one target a game, now you just acquired Wicks and Brown. Mm-hmm. It's not going to help AJ get more targets. They're not a pass-happy
offense anyway. They want to be able to run the ball and use him to be able to take shots down.
Just because you bring them there, don't mean we're going to throw the ball differently.
Exactly.
They won't get no balls either, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, like, you say that, but it was some players, I'm thinking, like, well, we don't really throw the ball anyway like that.
Correct.
But we always add wide receivers. This is what we do. I was nervous because I did see a lot of other wide receivers coming on to the team. Yes. I was wondering, like, why are we doing it?
And not like slappies.
Yeah, but they got small deals. Those ain't big deals.
True, but for number threes, those are deals with, like, for a three. Remember, the Eagles threes are Olamide Zaccheaus. He was an Eagles 3. Exactly. He was a number 3 wide receiver. Dotson after Olamide.
I'll say this, though. The deals were kind of like incentive based too.
Yep.
So,
where else we at, Kieran? I know there's Howie said some more.
Yeah, Howie also during this media availability had some things to say about Jalen Hurts. I'll let you guys listen.
I have seen those reports. Bob and our PR staff do a great job of showing us what we need to see. I would say that we have some faults. One of them is not being direct and honest with our players and the conversations with our players. So for us, if we have any issue with any of our players, we talk to them directly. So, from my perspective, from Nick's perspective, from Jeffrey's perspective, we're not hiding behind anything. We will talk to our players directly. And
what are you talking about right now?
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's just talking right now.
It's unfair. It's unfair to have these articles written, but I understand it's also what sells at this point. So, yeah, I think it's unfortunate.
How are we just talking?
How do we feel about these statements on Jalen Hurts? And it was in response to the article about him kind of not being able to deal with a lot of things on the offense, calling his own plays, that type of stuff. Changing plays.
But everybody don't change plays, though. Like Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he does, but he don't change a lot.
The article is Jalen changes them too much.
I don't think. Man, I don't know. I mean, like change somewhere like
pass play
draws.
Rams game, he changed the play to a pass play on a critical fourth down, didn't convert. Seahawks game 2 years ago, changed the play, didn't convert.
Overall,
said he wasn't comfortable with motion, like all sorts of.
So stuff like that, I get that part, but like, I would bet money that he doesn't change plays as much as he does change plays. Does that make sense?
Of course.
I don't see him doing that because he's not that type of quarterback. But I will say this though, I got what Howie's saying. Like, we know what sells. Yeah. That's why every platform you hear, they're gonna talk about the Birds. They're gonna talk about Jalen. Right? Jalen Hurts is not the best quarterback in the NFL, but he's talked about all the time because that's what sells. So that's the truth. It's the truth.
No, I hear you.
What you mean?
I think his tone was a little more. I get what y'all are talking about. Unfortunate that that article's written and whatnot, but like we did see this. We were it hit the tone that he was taking and the way he was kind of having a roundabout answer there, kind of made me feel like you see the problem a little bit. You're internal, like you're there. You kind of know a little bit more. Acho, I don't know. Is that just me or is that how you feel too?
Here's my thought process: is why didn't Howie just say, Jalen Hurts is an outstanding quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the National Football League.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't get why people criticize Jalen Hurts. Instead, he did all this mumbling and fumbling. But
it's easy to denounce it.
Howie looks at his players honestly, for better or for worse. Yeah. Remember, Howie Roseman is also responsible for some of this drama at the quarterback position in Philadelphia. Must I remind y'all, in case y'all are new here, Howie Roseman said he wanted a quarterback factory, like in college. Fact check me. Don't just take my word for it. Look it up later. Howie Roseman said, I want a quarterback factory. This was when we had Carson Wentz and Carson Wentz was balling. He acquires Jalen Hurts. He's like, I want a quarterback factory. I was like, why? Carson Wentz is great. Why'd you waste a second-round pick on Jalen Hurts? Obviously, it turned out great for the Philadelphia Eagles. So Howie Roseman has himself quite literally added gasoline to the quarterback controversy in Philadelphia. He started it. He started it when he drafted Jalen while having Carson and when he drafted Jalen saying we want a quarterback factory. You don't want a quarterback factory in the NFL. You want a great quarterback. You don't want a room full of great quarterbacks like this is a college football program. So I love Howie because Howie says what he means and he means what the hell he says. But how are we gonna look at his players honestly? He's not gonna sit here and brag on Jalen if Jalen ain't worthy of being bragged on.
But that's every position though with Howie. That's what I love about Howie, because if you look at it, like Saquon Barkley had a great year the year before, right? And then the next year he brings in a solid running back to back him up. Right? He goes to Jacksonville, say, let me go get him, boom. Wide receiver wise, he's always bringing enough talent in the room.
Yep.
So I don't mind how he doing that. You talk about the secondary, you talk about up front, he's always finding different players. So when you think about it, he just likes having a full roster of talent. Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think Tanner's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this.
I got to. Oh,
please, you go.
I was going to say, I got a question for you, Shady, because you talk about the black, white area, the gray area. Mm-hmm. The black and white is how he said what he said, right? Mm-hmm. It's black and white. The gray area would be how he didn't say. So does it hold any weight that he didn't come out and say Jalen Hurts is this, and that?
Well,
or that he didn't say A.J. Brown is going to be an Eagle this upcoming season.
The truth is this: he answered this question a million times about either Jalen Hurts or about A.J. Brown.
Right.
He's tired of that. And we talk to the media. We look at the media like,
I don't owe y'all nothing.
The media?
Y'all get what I give y'all.
Come on, man. Yes, you get them anything. Like now, if it's a ball player in the room, they're gonna be a little more respectful.
Yeah.
But it's the media. Like,
that's fair.
Get them. Yeah.
I just think it's a really easy thing to denounce if you truly do believe you have the franchise. Like, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, imagine Brett Veach being asked this question. If there was an article about Patrick Mahomes can't I don't know if there was Brett Veach media whenever they were saying he can't read defenses and whatnot. Brett Veach would have came to that presser and been like, bro, we have the best quarterback in the National Football League.
And one of the best in the history of the NFL.
And one of the best in the history of the NFL. I'm not concerned in any way about his play going into next season. That's not what we saw. Yeah, I saw that. We were made aware of it. Like it's unfortunate that these types of things are written about him.
For better or worse, they don't sugarcoat. Jeffrey Lurie, I don't know if you saw this, Shady. They asked Jeffrey Lurie at the owners' meetings. They said, how do you feel about the fact that, Jalen isn't up for an extension? And he was like, he came into this season a little out of shape. He was really struggling a little bit. Obviously he had the shoulder injuries, but, he was just out of shape and we need to see more from him. Reporters confused. Like, we're talking about Jalen Hurts. He's like, oh, you mean Jalen Hurts? I thought you were talking about Jalen Carter. And it was like, dang, what? Like, Jeffrey Lurie was like, I'm not finna sugarcoat. Like, Jalen Carter ain't get extended. Jeffrey Lurie just told us the truth. Usually you would just be like, hey, we're working on it. He's done good well, want to see some growth. But
another thing y'all not thinking about is
in Philly.
You got to put yourself sometimes in the player's seat. Andy Reid was honest with everybody, but Andy Reid treats everybody a little differently. Mm-hmm. He could say things. I watched him say stuff to Michael Vick. I watched him say stuff to Patrick Mahomes, straight saying it to him. But other quarterbacks, and I won't say names, he wasn't as direct. He still got his point across, but it's not direct. So what I'm saying is every player can't take that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So there's certain players where Mr. Lurie might not able, he's the owner, he's a little different. But the GM and the coach, they might not address a player a certain way because everybody can't take that. I watch players go in a tank because some things their coach said about them. Like, everybody's different.
Yeah.
That's facts.
No, that is true. Moving forward, we got to talk about my Dallas Cowboys, America's team. Thank you very much. Jordan Schultz put out this report saying there's a belief among teams that teams at the top of the draft that the Cowboys, who have picks 12 and 20, are a team to watch up in trade-up scenarios, according to multiple lead sources. Several teams say that they have a player that they're targeting that the Giants also covet, and getting ahead of them would be ideal. Fellas, should the Dallas Cowboys trade up at the draft?
It doesn't make sense to me. Now, here's the problem. There are a couple players, defensively particularly, that you can get, but you got to get them in like the top 8. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese. There's a couple dudes you got to get in the top 8 that to me are defensive game changers for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, like Sean Lee caliber game changers, a player that will be a really good player if he didn't get hurt for 8 to 10 years, a Pro Bowl caliber player that might have an All-Pro here or there. Like, there are some real-time game changers that you can get in the top 8. You're not getting a defensive game changer in this year's draft where the Cowboys need at 20. I think at 12, you might be able to. I know there's some DBs that you like here, and there's some DBs that TJ Houshmandzadeh likes. But, like, you're not getting a Sonny Styles, an Arvell Reese, a Caleb Downs at 12 or at 20. And the Cowboys could benefit from Styles and Downs. Arvell Reese TBD, but potentially benefit from Arvell Reese as well. Edge rusher, linebacker, safety. Reese, Styles, Downs. You're not getting any of them at 12. So if you're really trying to find yourself an all-pro caliber player for the next 5 to 10 years, a second-team all-pro caliber player, you probably do have to move into that top 10, and it would probably cost you a little bit more. But Cowboys fans might argue they need more picks. They got too many gaps on the roster, which I would understand as well.
I agree with that. I mean, I will say this, though. Like, we don't give Jerry Jones enough credit for the way that he drafts. We don't. Right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Historically. We take good first rounders. Yeah.
Right. So I do think that he might have some cooking up. And I'm waiting to see. I love the way that Jerry Jones drafts. I love the way he puts teams together. Every team, every year won't be the greatest. That's how football works. But overall, when I've watched Jerry Jones, them teams be really, really good and be really, really talented.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see what he does.
The Cowboys' issue typically isn't with the draft. Here's what's interesting. They don't need a lineman anymore. Cowboys need a lineman, they taking lineman. First round, if they can get one, they taking one. They don't need a lineman anymore. You don't need a running back. You don't need a wide receiver. You don't need a wide receiver too. So quite literally, defensively,
it's all
you
defense.
Need a safety, you need a backer, and you probably need an edge rusher, and you need a corner. Hell.
You need DBs, you need linebackers, you need the entire back half of the defense, and maybe an edge rusher.
But would you rather, let me ask you this, Shady, and you, Kieran, would y'all rather a game-changing one player or two really solid players?
Can I get my take on this right?
Go, you take first, yeah.
Because this has been my whole thing. There's not a single player in this draft that I'm giving up 2 first-round picks to get one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's not a single player in this draft, in the 2026 NFL draft. There's not one player, not Caleb Downs for his generational as they're saying he is, not Ruben Bain, not David Bailey, not Reese, not Styles, not any of them, not Fernando Mendoza. There's not a single player in this draft that I'm giving up 2 first-rounders to get just that guy. I think that would be a huge waste, and especially whenever you need as much as we need defensively. That's you're selling out for what?
Yeah.
Selling out for what? We also don't have a second-round pick. You ended up getting a third. You have more picks in this draft than we've had in years prior. Load up on defense. Get your 2 first-rounders. It's very cut and dry. Do that and move forward.
Here's the problem, though, with that thought process. Sonny Styles, game changer. Caleb Downs, game changer. Game changer.
Yeah.
Cowboys haven't had... Bro, y'all remember how long y'all were begging for Earl Thomas? Like, begging for years. Cowboys haven't had a game-changing safety since Darren Woodson.
Yeah.
Shout out to Barry Church. Shout out to Jeff Heath. Shout out to Malik Hooker. Shout out to Donovan Wilson.
Roy Williams.
Shout out to Roy Williams. They haven't had a game-changing safety since Darren Woodson.
Yeah.
Begging for Earl Thomas. They were begging for Jamal Adams when Jamal Adams was hot and he was on the trade block. Begging for Jamal Adams. Cowboys haven't had a game-changing safety in 30 years.
Yeah. Am I trading, potentially getting a corner and an inside backer at 20 that are both going to be day one starters just for Caleb Downs? No. I'm not doing it. And I think he's the most special talent, surefire, great player to be in this draft. Him and Jeremiah Love. I'll say those two are top 2 prospects for me personally. I'm not trading up to get either one of those guys. I'm not trading 2 of my first-round picks in the top 20 to get one of those guys.
I like Downs, though.
I like Downs a lot. Are you trading 12 and 20 to go up to 5 and get him, or 4 and get him?
Yeah, you could do something else. I'm sure they could do something.
You give up a first next year? Now we can talk. I still want the other first rounder.
Or a second. Second round, you can get it.
Yeah.
Or give 12 and 22 5 to get 5 and a second-round pick.
Yeah. See, I'm big on this, though. I'm big on real playmakers.
Yeah.
If you can make a real impact, you can get away with not having the best pass rusher. Not having a good
linebacker.
Yeah, you can get around that.
I just think we're so deficient of players on that defensive side. Getting 2 first-rounders on a defense that is lacking talent, like really, really lacking talent, is huge to me. I think it's more about the pieces, having 2 different pieces, having 2 different defensive first-rounders, rather than just having your one safety, and then we're still struggling at corner.
Yeah.
We're still struggling at linebacker.
Yeah.
And you have, a third-rounder that you're going to try to alleviate that situation with? No, I don't like that. It's.
But here's the truth of the matter. You can find a good linebacker in the 3rd round.
If I'm saying,
you can find a linebacker. You can find a serviceable linebacker in the 3rd round.
Man.
A
corner is what we have
Sean
right
Lee.
now.
Sean Lee was okay in the league. We actually played with Sean Lee. So I'm just saying, you don't have to. What do you want, 2nd round?
Probably.
Sean Lee, I don't know. Sean Lee might have gone. Sean Lee might have gone first.
Shady.
Yeah, Sean Lee was like that.
Yeah, Sean Lee was like Sean
that.
was like that in the league.
No, second round, 55th pick. You're right.
Yeah, he was like that in the league. First team All-Pro.
Yeah, he was the first team All-Pro.
Bro, listen, I mean, I play against him.
Yeah,
I can show you highlights. But all I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you can get this in the third round, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Second round, you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want. I want a quality inside backer in a second though, because the thing is, we have a team full of those third round guys, and they're not doing enough.
At what position?
You know what I mean? At inside backer, we have the DeMarvion Overshones, who's a second or third round guy.
I like him.
Third rounder. Yeah, third rounder. You have.
Him.
No, I like him too. I think that's awesome. But also pair him with
beefy up front. Pause.
Yeah, pause that for sure. Please.
No, but I think more than anything though, where have we been lacking more than anything on the defensive side of the ball? DB. Yeah. And I understand, yes, Caleb Downs is there, but having a quality corner, Deron Bland hasn't shown up. Trayvon Diggs, we saw how that ended. It's just been bad. Oh, Trey,
I'm trying.
Come on, Trey.
Please, bro, please.
Come on, Trey.
I'm trying. I think it went away. We're safe.
Yeah, I was about to say. You
last thought for you, Kieran.
It's an unsafe space to sneeze in.
Do you trust Jerry with this draft? Because he's hit a lot offensively, but defensively, you do have the Jalen Smiths, you do have the Taco Charlestons.
That's a good point.
Like you do first round pick
defensively, Taco Charlton,
like
bad
defensively,
pick.
that's where I look at Jerry.
Mozzie Smith, bad pick.
Mozzie Smith, offensively shady, he don't miss. But Mozzie Smith, first round pick, miss. Taco Charleston, first round pick, miss. Jalen Smith, second round pick, obviously missed, but he was injured.
But you do have the Micah Parsons, that's generational talent. You do have that.
Yep.
He
missed. You traded him, which is crazy.
Time out, yo. Michael Parsons sat out his whole last year of football. Still drafting that high. You do have dudes like Trayvon Diggs. Say what you want. It was a point I was like, yo, this dude is a magnet to getting picks. He's like the modern day
about this.
Asante Samuel.
But neither got second contracts in Dallas.
Okay,
they both did.
I'm gonna give you.
What about Bland? Bland's another one. Drafted him. He was nice.
Can I
Come
interject
on,
here?
bro.
I'm gonna give you the last 5 defensive picks that we've had.
Okay.
4 of them didn't reach second contracts for the Cowboys. So we have Mo Claiborne. He got taken number 6 overall. Didn't do well. What's called Byron Jones. We had Taco Charlton. Then we had Micah.
Of course, hell yeah.
And then we had Mozzie.
But
those are like, that's 4 misses.
Those are
your defensive first round.
Quick though. Okay, that's cool, right?
That's interesting.
Now show the other stuff though.
Yeah.
That's how. No.
Offense
they don't miss.
No. Drafting's drafting. We're not gonna play that.
But they need defensive players.
I'm gonna show how good they drafting.
Yeah. Okay, so since that the year before we took our offensive first round. Okay,
that's what I hate about Jerry. Don't hate on Jerry.
All right. We're gonna go through their first round picks and say like 2005.
Bro, they've been missing on defense first rounders.
You get D-Ware.
Check.
Marcus Spears.
D-Ware's a Hall of Famer.
Big check.
Big check.
All right, we get Marcus Spears.
Oh,
yeah, miss.
Okay,
his son nice.
Bobby Carpenter.
Big miss.
These are 2 defensive guys. So okay. Keep track on each. Keep track on each. How many hits you have on defense? All right, you have 1 hit on defense, right?
Yeah, and 2 misses.
Anthony Spencer.
No.
What?
He was solid. I'll play against him.
Shady, stop
for
it.
a first rounder, bro.
You stop it right now.
Next, Felix Jones.
I'm on
solid for us. He hit. He hit for us.
Okay.
Mike Jenkins.
Miss
on defense. Offensively, Des Bryant.
Of course.
Tyron Smith.
Of course.
Defensively, Mo Claiborne.
Miss.
Offensively, Travis Frederick.
Hit.
Zach Martin.
Double hit. Double hit.
Okay, yeah. All right. Zach, and then after that, Byron Jones.
Miss.
It was UConn.
After that, Ezekiel Elliott.
Hit.
Taco Charlton.
Hit. Oh, miss.
Leighton Vander Esch.
Hit.
Leighton Vander Esch was hurt all the time. I can't give you a hit. I cannot give you a hit.
Is that a bad pick or is it injured?
That's still a bad pick, Shady.
Just not.
This is fun.
CeeDee Lamb.
What? Hit.
Micah Parsons.
Hit.
Wait, real quick.
The only 2 defensive picks that have been real good first round selections. DeMarcus Ware and Micah Parsons in the past 20 years. That's horrible.
This is the issue I hate with
what we doing, Shady? What we doing?
Like, damn, dude, when you on every hit should be everything's be a hit.
Fair.
Think about what I'm saying to you though. Time out. This is the NFL, bro. Every draft pick, how we got all hits. Every one that Brett Veach ain't all hits.
True.
Like, damn, what do you want?
But the problem is every offensive pick has been a hit for the past 20 years.
Real bangers.
Every single one for 20 years. With Felix Jones, Dez Bryant, Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Smith, Guyton Booker. Those are three of our starting offensive linemen.
Complaining about your GM and he's doing stuff like this. Bro, he can't be perfect, dude.
But my thing is, no good defensive first-round picks in 20 years? And you traded the dude away?
Yeah, one.
Well, let me ask you this then.
1 in
'Cause
20.
And you traded him away.
You a Cowboys fan, you complaining. Watch this. Rank Jerry Jones as a GM in the NFL.
He means just roster.
No, just roster acquisition. Okay.
Rosters.
I
didn't even look at it.
Okay.
I put him top 6, top 7.
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? But hold up. You complaining, you say he's top 6.
What's been our issue though?
Bro,
Hold on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the best
Two
teams.
things could be true, Shady.
Let's talk about the best teams.
That he could be a really good GM and be bad at one part of his job as a GM. That's okay.
Since I've been watching Dallas Cowboys football, the
for
best
example,
defense we saw was the year that we went to San Francisco and ended up losing that game in the playoffs. Yeah. It's the best defense we had. The rest of the time, 2016, we made the playoffs. We were a solid team. Defense wasn't on nothing. Yeah. 2014 or 2013, the Dez Carter year, defense wasn't on nothing. I'm talking even after that defense.
What about the last 3 years when y'all was in the playoffs?
Last 3 years, two of the years, our defense.
The year that got smoked by the Packers.
Yes, defense
loaded
was also,
on defense.
Yeah,
secondary.
We were giving it up though.
They was so good, bro. They had Stephon Gilmore as the number 2 corner.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jordan Love lit our ass
man,
up.
Come on, man.
He lit our ass up.
We gotta stop doing that.
For the sake of time, Ken, we got to keep it pushing. G.
Well, we gotta keep it pushing the super chats.
What's up with these super chats, baby? Show popping tonight too, by the way. Show popping.
Show's definitely popping. We just had $100 super chat.
Wait, I sent it. That don't count. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Listen, Lens J 1804 said, "You guys keep killing it. The chemistry is unmatched."
My dog.
Thank you. We take a lot of pride in that.
We do.
I do need more Bob Cousy talk. LMAO. P.S. Shady, let's work. I own a civil engineering company in Florida. It's called Lubin Elite Engineering, focused on land development. Tap in and let's make a change together.
That's how you self-promote.
He sent a black hand emoji, Shady, so it's a brother. I know you love your brothers.
Yo. 90-10. I'm a brother. You know how we get.
Oh, damn. Shark. That's worse than Shark Tank. 90-10? He gets the 90.
He just offered that man a 360 deal. That's crazy, bro. That's
Shady, you gonna take 90% of his business?
That's mine. Why you do it?
All money ain't good money. I'm gonna just tell you that, Liz J. Listen, 214 Mr. DFW.
What up, G?
Also jumped to the super chat, said, "What up, Speakeasy, aka Speak Eagles?"
What up, fam?
Checking in from Texas, my home state. I just think Howie having some fun. It is April.
I agree with that.
Eagles are in the bowl every other year.
Come on now. That's
recently. True. We're gonna be all right.
Yes, we are.
And Cowboys are still poop, Carebear.
Yep.
Change your username. Get the hell out of my state. I'm tired of you.
He's Mr. DFW.
You know what sucks? Every time you read off his super chat, I want to get excited. 214, that's home.
That's
home. DFW, that's home.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then he's like, "Yeah, doesn't Dallas suck?" Take it out your bio. Take it. We had 2-1-4 Zeke and Dak. And I know you like that. I know you thought that was cool. That was actually repping for the city, not you, traitor.
It does seem to be a bit oxymoronic. But listen, Shannon Wilson sent another $20 super chat.
What up, Shannon?
And she said, "Okay, fellas, y'all dodged that one." Talking about the question she asked about where can she send a picture. But do you think Travis Hunter is better at cornerback or receiver? I think receiver. What do y'all think?
I got a question.
Shannon hilarious, bro.
Okay, answer your question.
She can't show her IG?
If she wants to share her IG, I don't see no harm in that. Dropping it in the chat.
So go and tell her.
You tell her.
For who's
Shady telling her right now.
Yeah.
Shannon, drop your IG. Let us see you. Because they acting weird and funny about it. You know, I appreciate anybody that comes to the Speakeasy. Spend some money hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love her fans.
She's
I don't know what they
confidence though.
like.
I rock with it. You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. She's shooting her shot. You gonna miss if you don't shoot.
Yeah, miss 100% of shots you don't take.
100% of them, every single one. Listen, Squishy 3022 said, "Fellas, do y'all think with Davis Webb calling plays and trading for Waddle, the Broncos could open up the offense and utilize Ingram better and move Cortland to wide receiver 2, possibly 3, with Mims at 2?"
There was so much wrong in that Super
That was
Chat.
a lot of
Davis Webb isn't calling plays. Sean Payton is. And that's just always and forever. Sean Payton will never not call plays. Even if Davis Webb is audibly saying them, Sean Payton's the one.
That's the old quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's number one. Yeah. Number two, Cortland Sutton isn't moving to 3, let alone 2. Cortland Sutton's still probably going to be the 1, and let what's his name, Jalen Waddle just be a deep threat, go out there and give you 900 to 1,100 yards a year. Cortland Sutton is him. That's not. Yeah, there was a lot of issues with that Super.
I do think they're going to be. I'm interested to see if Bo Nix can take that next step and become that quarterback that can lead an elite offense.
Yeah,
it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah,
so.
that part.
Listen, Central Cast also jumped in the
What up,
super
Central
chat.
Cast?
Shout out to
What
our
up,
weird
cuz?
cousin. He said, "What if Shannon is a man?"
All right, man.
Shannon has established she's a woman.
She's established.
She has, so I don't know what he's on about. He goes
She's
on to
also a
say, but
self-proclaimed
anyway,
woman. Like, let's
Shady,
not be-
yesterday you asked what their name was for the high schooler, and she's a she. Don't call her it's. She's a she, not a he, and she's a freshman on varsity, dropping 10 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds a game. Sound like he's trying to recruit for you,
Yeah, but
Shady.
2 Fox Sports ain't there yet.
Yeah, ain't
Don't speak for 2 Fox Sports.
I was watching 2 Fox Sports.
No, but I'm here. You can just let me
Y'all
answer.
recruit women basketball players?
This is not speak. Not speak.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about the women. I was talking about he's not paying
Hold
a
on, man,
recruiter.
look.
I know Shady. He ain't coming out of
Speak
pocket
easy.
for a recruiter.
In Speakeasy, we can't be late. What else we can't do in Speakeasy?
Accountability.
We got it.
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability is important. We don't body shame unless it's Kieran.
Right.
Yep.
Unless it's Kieran, it's crazy.
Oh, my bad. My fault.
But to speak easy, I get it. Not with that 2 Fox Sports, man. What's going on?
So he said he has a freshman woman basketball player, freshman girls basketball player that is dropping 10, 5, and 4.
It's his sister.
It ain't enough for me, dude.
It's his sister.
That's crazy.
No, it's his sister. Yeah, no, he dropped another super chat. He was like, "You literally it's Tiana and then his last name, so that it's his sister." Shout out to you though.
Shout out to sis. But,
Shout out to sis, yeah.
Listen, I am Tamir7819. Said I'm from Philly and never watched football till I seen a rookie Shady and been locked in ever since. I love the show and Carebear, my guy for real. Bob Cousy not stopping him in the hole. Pause.
Bob Cousy
Oh,
plays
that was Trey's thing.
Yeah,
Bob
yeah,
Cousy,
Bob Cousy's
I'm not gonna lie.
they so
Bob
good.
Cousy dropping
they
my ass
lost.
off.
They all over the
No,
place.
hold on. Bob Cousy dropping me off. I'm sorry.
On the
That's
court.
it. Yeah,
But he
no.
said he mentioned the hole.
Bob-
He talking about
bro, do you understand? I got two good possessions in me. After that, I'm
winded.
But
I know.
Bob
He
just got me,
dropping
bro.
you off. He dropping him off too, though.
Acho, yeah, facts. Because Acho's knees ain't.
No, not Acho.
Huh?
He dropping you off. Are you kidding me?
Bob
He
Cousy.
Hall of Famer.
Look, we're not going to stay here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can't do
Next
that.
time.
Listen, K.CA1271 said Hurts rookie season, he single-handedly sparked the offense and saved us from rebuilding. First full year, dragged a rookie Smitty to the playoffs with no help and a bottom half defense. Without him, there's no super team QB1.
Where did they rank in rushing that year, though? They had an elite rushing offense. And also, he was a part of it, though, too. And I'm not saying he wasn't bad. Like, he did solid, but it was... They had a solid enough rushing offense. Like, you got to give that team
Some credit.
Yep.
Last one I got, Levi Man's 6110 said, Bills fans, shout out to Shady.
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia, let's get it.
Are you checking out the new stadium?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Bryce, real nice.
You been?
They building it.
Oh, okay.
I've been around there. I seen it.
Okay.
New era.
Yeah, he didn't say he's going to go see it, though. You
No,
want to take a trip to Buffalo?
No, I was in Buffalo. I was recruiting.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, tell me
I
about
went to the stadium, talk to everybody. You know, love is love.
Something, yeah,
putting
okay.
in that work.
Something
Okay.
slight. All right, cool. That's all I got.
Look, man, we got to keep it pushing. It's time to talk some more NBA. This LeBron KD series is very, very big in the news right now. Nick Wright came out and said, I think LeBron is still better than KD. I don't think there's been a day in human history where Kevin Durant was better at basketball than LeBron James. That's what Nick Wright said. Do you guys agree with this statement? There hasn't been a day in history that LeBron wasn't better than KD.
Nick Wright told me that Michael Jordan came to nut with LeBron James. See, I know that.
That is true. Nick Wright's biased. Nick Wright is the
biased.
biggest
There you go.
LeBron
He's biased.
James lover
No, he's not.
in the history of the world.
No, he's not.
He might have you beat.
Bro. No, he doesn't.
He buys.
Nick Wright loves
What day was LeBron born?
But here's my point.
December 3rd.
I agree with Nick Wright. LeBron has been better than KD. LeBron is better than KD. And just because KD won those championships on that super team is not proof that Kevin Durant was better than LeBron James. I don't think there's been a point where Kevin Durant was better than LeBron James. LeBron James was so much better than Kevin Durant that Kevin Durant had to quite literally, after losing to LeBron James, Kevin Durant had to go join forces with a team that also lost to LeBron James while down 3-1. And that team said, well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, Kevin Durant. So with that being said, Kevin Durant has never, ever been better than LeBron, but that's not an insult. LeBron James is a top 2 player of all time. Kevin Durant's a top 15 player of all time. There are all obviously levels to all of this. So while KD is an all-time great, LeBron James is an all-time great.
What did you just say?
I said LeBron James is a top 2 player of all time. Kevin Durant's a top 15 player
top
of all time.
10. Wow. Oh my God. I was about to jump across this table.
Kevin Durant's a top 15 levels.
Yeah, LeBron James is a better player than Kevin Durant, and LeBron James has a better career than Kevin Durant.
Facts.
I agree with that. Right? Nick Wright, I like Nick Wright. He's pretty good. But hold up for a second.
Oh.
He said it's never been a day?
Not a day.
That's false. That is false.
You got to find a day.
Yo,
I can't find it.
First of all, I used to go, I'm a Warriors fan.
Yeah, here it comes.
Draymond, my man.
Yep.
I used to go to the Warriors games when they used to play LeBron in Cleveland in the finals. Okay. I watched.
LeBron dropped 51, 8, and 8.
I watched LeBron James not want to guard Kevin Durant. I'm telling you the truth. I watched Kevin Durant going crazy at him. I watched Kevin Durant guarding LeBron. LeBron was scoring on him and all that. I watched when Kevin Durant got the ball. I watched LeBron James look to not guard him. I watched it. And I watched that game and that series. They couldn't stop Kevin Durant. One-on-one. Balling and scoring. So listen, if you want to say LeBron's better than Kevin Durant, I agree with that. But if you're going to say Kevin Durant, there was never a point where he was never better than LeBron, that's bullcrap. I watched in the finals, he was a way better player than LeBron. Truth.
No.
They couldn't do nothing with Kevin Durant. Yeah, all right, okay.
Shady, you watched LeBron give you 51, 8, and then another 8. And then J.R. Smith completely fumbled the bag.
You know that Kevin Durant wasn't doing his thing either, though.
Kevin Durant won Finals MVP. He was doing his thing, but Kevin Durant's thing and LeBron James' thing are two very different things.
Yeah, one was the better player in the whole series.
Hell no. One had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. You have to do it.
We have to do that simply for the fact that, because I watched the finals too. Now, I might not have watched them courtside like you, Shady.
I wasn't courtside. I was
courtside.
All right, that's cool. We watched the same game, just from different vantage points, and I'm okay with that. And what I watched was Steph Curry receive blitz after blitz after double team after double team, and it allowed KD to absolutely kill from beyond the arc, and really just in general. But a lot of that, Steph was still the number one focal point of that defense. To attack Steph on defense, and it allowed KD to get his shit off. And he did. Credit to him. You still got it, like you always say, you got to lace him up and do it.
That sounds cool.
And KD did it. But
that sounds cool and all
Karen, what LeBron average, man?
LeBron, over the 2 finals that he had against Kevin Durant in those 2 finals, had a combined average of 33.5 points, essentially 11 rebounds and 9 assists. So 33.5, 11, and 9 over the 2 series that he had. Now look, KD balled out too. KD balled out too. KD averaged 32, 9, and 6 over that same span. But also, come on, man, like LeBron James in 2018. I don't want to hear anything about that series
at all.
That team had a 5 seed that he drugged to the finals.
Yeah,
and was playing that game, the game at the highest level I've ever seen.
You could argue Kevin Durant got close.
Now look, hold on, I'll say this though: KD was still amazing, and he had games in the finals where he did outplay LeBron,
and he took over.
He took over.
Yep.
The majority of games, though. Let's be honest, in their entire head-to-head playoff career. LeBron James has been a better player, and if you took both of those teams off and you said, okay, we're doing this like elementary school style, you pick the player first. Let's draft the first player first. LeBron James is getting picked first, and then you're sitting there debating whether you want to take Steph Curry or KD. But the consensus is I want LeBron on my team, especially 16, 17, 18 LeBron James. Are we serious?
I mean, listen, man, there's no argument for you. If you got LeBron better than KD at every point in his career, I ain't gonna argue that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this:
there was definitely a day,
dog. I watched it. I watched the facial expressions. Like, yo, I ain't trying to guard him. I watched Kevin Durant moving dudes. Now I want, the picks coming. Move. I got Bron. Now, if you lose or win, I'd like the attitude and you being competitive on it. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, I watched LeBron getting out of there. Yo, Kevin Durant in that freaking series, oh my God. Trey, I'm not going to call you out because I do that every show. I'm tired of doing it. But if you really watch that series, it was a lot of ISO ball. One-on-one, let's get it. And Kevin Durant was getting it. Facts.
You could argue Kevin Durant was a better scorer.
ISOing?
He was ISOing whoever, bro, honestly. KD went nuts in that series.
Everybody,
he went nuts in that series.
Everybody.
But Steph was getting sent the guys on defense, and that Cavaliers team didn't have a lot of them. So, so KD was cooking the third best defender. Cool. He's going to cook anybody, but especially
okay, hold up. So who was guarding Steph?
Well, let's pull up the roster.
You watched it.
18.
So did we or we didn't watch it?
What's his name? Shumpert.
Yeah, sure. He was guarding.
Shumpert.
Right. I was waiting for the say he was guarding. Who was guarding KD?
They threw whoever they could.
But it wasn't
everybody, and it was a rotation. Yeah, it wasn't LeBron all the time. LeBron matched up with him a few possessions here and there.
I mean, but overall, that wasn't his man.
And KD looked phenomenal on defense that entire finals. I give you that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
so when you say he never, this is my thing. LeBron's better than KD. I get it. I get it always. But what he said was that there was never a time in day. That is bullcrap. I watched that series, both of them.
I'm sorry. I still just disagree with this point though. The dude went out there and averaged a 33-point triple-double while shooting 56% from the field.
Okay, then go to KD.
KD was awesome. He shot I think 51, 52% from the field.
Shooting threes too.
But he was also not facilitating the same way LeBron. LeBron was active on both sides of the floor the entire series, and it was also their point guard. He had to do everything for that team in 2018.
And they get swept.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. No.
You see what y'all do. You see I want to see that face. You see what y'all do.
You not getting swept in the finals?
He had 51 8
Man, I don't care about that.
Shady, J.R. Smith got the board and dribbled out.
My man. I don't care about that. In basketball, it's never just one play. In football,
it literally was one play. We watched it.
I want to see you defend this. Actually, I'm loving this.
So you telling me when they went in there? Obviously, Jr. You should know the score.
Correct.
You should know the score. But that play, that was a bad play. But what I'm saying is, if you're a coach, there's other plays that could have happened where you just didn't lose the game because of that. And the coach always tells you that, right?
Sure.
But if I fall on the ball and they scoop it up and they score, we lose the game. I lost the game, right?
Yep.
But there's so many other plays in that game because we've been there, we watched it,
Yep.
where things could have went differently.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, watching that series, watching that game, bro, Kevin Durant was the best player on the court. He was the best player on the court. I'm telling you, I watched it.
Did you expect?
He got swept.
Did you expect?
Who else getting swept in the finals? You supposed to be the guard.
Jokic would have got swept in the finals with that team.
Everybody
I'm sorry, bro.
Wait, let's not play the if game.
We have to play the if game. We have to. We have to. You asked it. You're the one that asked the question. You said who else gets swept? So let's talk about it.
Who else got swept in the finals to be so great?
Okay. Well, let me ask you guys. I'm just gonna give you. No.
Let me take this question.
Let me ask you guys. You don't want to answer this question.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you guys a hypothetical. Let's ask you a hypothetical.
He just asked us a question. He just asked us a hypothetical.
Okay. What was hypothetical?
No, what hypothetical? Who got swept in the finals?
But you also
and you were a GOAT.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me. Tell me somebody. Tell me. I'm waiting.
Your team don't matter, bro. It's like wins and losses is sole individual stat.
So we not gonna talk about
it. It doesn't matter.
Nobody.
Baby.
Can I ask y'all this? Trey in a minute. I want to ask y'all this. Look,
you didn't answer my question.
Look, I'm gonna give you guys all-time great players, and I want you to tell me if you drop them on that 2018 Cavs team, how many games do they win against the Warriors?
What is?
We're gonna do what ifs.
I was 6'8".
All right, I'm gonna give you. I'll start with you, Acho. Give me SGA on the 2018 Cavs. How many games do they win against the Warriors?
They get swept.
Give me Jokic on that Cavs team. 2018.
Maybe he could steal one, like LeBron could have stolen maybe one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
We'll do.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. We'll do. Is Michael Jordan winning that series?
Hell no.
How many games does he take off of him?
Maybe one, like LeBron could have maybe got one.
Now hold up. So we do with this. And you too.
All right.
It's Michael Jordan is in the finals.
Maybe he gets
with
one.
that talent deficit.
I'm asking you a question, dude.
I watched Michael Jordan get swept in the first round.
He didn't hear me. He said the
But like you're saying,
finals, first round, and the finals.
No,
is he getting swept?
Thank you.
No, I think he gets one.
How many 5 seeds did Michael Jordan take to the finals? 0. How many times did he do that? We punished LeBron James for taking a team that had no business.
Yeah.
Because this is my problem though. If LeBron James was 4-0 in finals, people would have been like, "Oh wow, this is amazing! Like this is great." You know, but the fact that he took teams that had no business, 2007.
It just they don't
was
care.
that team supposed to win?
Nobody
No.
cares.
True.
Nobody cares about that.
Come on now, nobody cares. Nobody
Any
cares
super
that he
chats
took
before we
bad
get to
teams
this
to the
last
finals.
topic?
Yes, we do have a $50 super chat from Adam Larson. Just sent $50. If you said something underneath, I haven't seen it. Resend it and I'll read it. Swaggy D. Dot said top 2 things grown men need to stop. Speakeasy edition. Oh, maybe he's like suggesting a. Oh no. I'm sorry. Let me keep reading. Top 2 things grown men need to stop doing. Speakeasy edition. Number 1, stop wearing baggy garbage clothes. Trey and Carebear fitted clothing only. Number 2.
Wow.
Stop saying pause. We're not little kids. 3. Shady. Stop hating Sam Darnold.
Thank you.
Wow.
How much you pay for all that?
That was $10 to
get all them
say that.
insults
Yeah,
off?
He said top 2 things and then name 3.
Nah,
Top
you gotta-
top one thing a grown ass man needs to not be doing.
Worrying about
Telling
another
other
man's-
grown ass men what to do. I'm not.
Swaggy. How old are you, by the way?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
that was
that
Unc.
was a-
That was Unc, man.
Yeah,
Was it or was it kid?
that's what I'm saying. You're like 55, worried about how young men are dressed, or you're
17.
like 15.
Yeah.
Also, everything baggy on me. Either y'all don't want to see tight. I promise. Y'all don't want to see form fitting
Yeah,
clothing.
right.
on
Self-awareness.
Can you guard Jerry West? Or he's too old for you too?
No, I couldn't fuck with Jerry. No, I got
Why,
respect.
him and Bob Cousy playing the same era? Hold on.
No, I don't think so. I think Jerry was in the 60s. Bob Cousy was in the 40s, wasn't he?
Nah, Cousy was 50 to 63.
Oh
Come on, now.
But how tall is Jerry West? Jerry like 6'3". That makes a difference.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, can I say what they imagine you go to Bob Cousy like, yo, this dude
Jerry West was-
this dude never played high school, can beat you. He'll be so disrespectful, like, what?
But again, Shady, you comparing apples to oranges.
Any
I'm
other
talking
super chats,
about
bro?
one-on-one, bro. One-on-one is different than high school organized basketball. Listen, Midwest Unimpressed said, love the show at Acho. You keep saying one of the women come out and speak from the women's strip, talking about Russini. Why aren't we asking Vrabel why he was staying at that hotel? Hold the man accountable.
So we know the issue is we know the moral failure in question. It's the ethical failure that's getting Russini resigning.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So like Vrabel doesn't have to come out and defend anything because they're both accused of the same moral issue.
Right.
This is now the ethical issue.
Yeah, I mean, Vrabel could. I'm sorry. NFL coaches could have relations with journalists.
Yeah.
They could have relations with, as long as they're not on their staff. That's the conflict of interest for them professionally.
Right.
That's what Sharon Moore got in trouble with. It's someone on his
Correct.
staff, one of his subordinates.
Yep.
She's not a subordinate to him.
Right.
But
She's just a
her,
woman.
and yeah, she's just a woman.
Yeah.
His job or her job though is to
Not involve yourself with
your
alleged
sources.
sources
Yeah,
and-
with your
yeah,
alleged
correct.
sources and the people you're. Yeah.
Yep. Our weird cousin jumped back in the super chat and said, Carebear, remember my last name. You a fanboy.
Who was
Oh,
that?
that's pretty funny though.
I already forgot.
funny
I don't
or
know.
when you
Who
said it
was that
was funny?
though?
Central Cast. He said you remembered his last name. You a fan.
Bro, you know when
fan,
someone
he a
like
fan, he a fan.
spams you, they email you, they DM you, they have, I mean, hundreds of pictures of videos of you on their cellular device. It's hard not to understand or just know your stalker's name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I gotta add him to a list, then I
Because
need
it's
to
like
have
he's
that
like
for the
right on
police
the cusp
report.
of if it gets any worse, you're gonna have to seek legal recourse.
Yeah.
So you
exactly.
need to know his first and last name.
He
Exactly.
said he
Yeah.
could be a fan.
Yeah,
That's
no,
crazy.
that's
Other
funny.
than-
I'm not gonna
He
lie.
also went on to say, yes, that is his sister, but she's raw, not because she's my sister, but she's been on radio and etc. Just trying to
Oh,
get
that's
her more
tough.
exposure.
No, that's awesome.
I'm not hating on
Yeah,
you
congratulations,
caping for sis. That's love. Max Chains also said 2014 and 2021 KD was better than LeBron.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
2014 KD. That's LeBron's last year in Miami.
12,
It's the year
the year after the year after
It's the year the Spurs won the championship.
Okay.
yeah.
Man, I mean, one team was in the finals, the other one wasn't. So
K.CA1271 said Hurts led the team in rushing that year with 800 yards and 10 touchdowns pre-tush push. He was the elite rushing attack, not just contributed to it. And rookie Smitty, bottom half defense, Burrow gets excused for far less.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all.
I don't hate that take.
We be on Burrow though now, especially now. Kieran, let's get to that last topic.
Yeah, they have the number one rushing offense in the NFL. That's what I thought. Moving forward, we got to talk about Nick Wright some more. He released his top 10 guards ever. It was a list that started with Michael Jordan, followed by Magic, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson, D. Wade, then Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul, and at number 10, Trey's arch nemesis, Bob Cousy.
Shout out to Robert.
Robert Cousy rounds out the top 10. Also, Nick Wright put out here a grievous error by me when discussing SGA and omitting Steph in my top 10 guards ever list. I have him fourth behind MJ, Magic, and Kobe. Steph was not on the original list that he put up there.
But he was just it was oversight.
Yeah. Biggest issue with Nick Wright's top 10 guards list.
He meant to put Steph on there. Yeah. Like when he was saying it, he just forgot to say something.
Yeah, no. He said he forgot to mention Steph when he was
So you know explain it to me real quick. If I'm going on the top 10 running backs or top 10 whatever it is, top 10 quarterbacks, and I don't have
Peyton
Manning in
yeah.
How do you explain that? That's why it's hard for me to argue with certain people about certain things when you're an athlete. I remember hanging out with Nick Wright, and I like Nick Wright. He's a good dude. I like him. But at dinner I said, yo, the issue is you don't respect athletes. And when certain people speak about certain athletes and you don't respect them, you don't respect their craft, the game. That's why I don't always argue about you have to play the game, but there's a side of me that in my heart that is biased when you don't play, because when you don't play, you can easily just say stuff like that.
But I genuinely think he meant to put stuff on a list.
Yeah, I think he meant to put it on.
What do you mean?
Like he just forgot.
I mean, it was a mental error, yeah.
How do you mentally forget Steph Curry? It only makes sense.
If I'm listing things off the top of my head right now, I might omit one player that I do
but
clearly
Steph
think
would
of.
be the one to omit.
Especially when guards, Steph should be
also,
one of the top people.
Also, wait, is that graphic? Was that
I think the
somebody
graphic
made that after the fact,
the
or
graphic
was this
made
like his list? This went through a process of
That went through
production.
a process of production.
That's what I'm saying, because that's flag on the play. If you gave your list and then
you see the backlash
and you submitted it to your social media team or your editor,
I'm sorry.
And then the social media team,
we're being too critical on Nick Wright right now, bro. There's no way he thinks Chris Paul and Bob Cousy are better than him.
Of course not.
It's a mental error. We can move on to the conversation.
Assume Steph is there at number 4, right? Like at the bottom of the screen.
Cool.
What's our issue with the list?
Well, real quick before we get into that, with Steph now on the list.
Yep.
Bob Cousy gets knocked off, so I don't want to hear shit about Cousy. All right, that's all I had to say.
Kieran, what's your issue with the list? Assuming Steph's on there for him.
I got one for y'all. Chris Paul, he's not better than Allen Iverson. Like, what are we talking about? Allen Iverson? You not kidding me? Yeah, I'll put Iverson on there for sure.
Y'all making faces.
Yeah,
I'm with Shady on this.
Duh. Allen Iverson? You see, like Chris Paul,
How much is
league MVP on Kobe, Shaq,
of course,
and the whole
lot
lot
of
of
the game at a higher level. How much does longevity matter to you, though? Like longevity, different teams being a consistent playoff performer over and over and over again. Look, Chris Paul led a team to the finals as well.
What teams?
The Suns. I would say he was the leader of that team.
61 teams.
He was the leader of that team.
I'm saying that's the one where they had Booker on there.
Yeah, no, but the Rockets were a really, really solid team. Went to Game 7s against the most talented team we've ever seen in NBA history, though. That 17-18 Warriors team.
Okay.
Like I think, Harden. That's a guy that you can make an argument for as well here. But I think Chris Paul's legacy I'd definitely have him over Bob Cousy
for sure.
AI.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but AI's an MVP at 6 foot.
No, I agree.
How many? Real quick, name me some MVPs that's 6 foot.
Hard to do.
I ain't gonna bring up 165 pounds. I ain't like what?
No, nobody.
A plant man.
Genuinely, I don't think anybody.
And that might have been generous.
But I think Chris Paul has had a better career than Allen Iverson.
I don't think so.
Because more efficient.
It was more efficient, and his his sustained success. Yeah. He had a much longer sustained success period. Like AI was a much more electric player. Yeah. He was a much better scorer. But Chris Paul was a much better distributor, and Chris Paul's a floor general.
If you compare what they did over their careers, AI, I believe, is a 7-time All-Pro.
All-Star.
I think it was All NBA.
All NBA.
Yeah, 7-time
All-
All-NBA, 4-time scoring champ, 3-time steal champ, 11-time All-Star, right? Hall of Famer.
MVP.
Yes, MVP also.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, 5-time assist champ, 6-time steal champ, 11-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Defensive, 12-time All-Star.
How long he played
Like,
for?
he ended up playing, but that matters
That
though
matters.
too. Yeah, that matters though too. He had 21 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah, he played for
21 seasons in the NBA compared to AI's 14. So, but like my thing is though, like longevity, I think matters. Chris Paul has a long line of greatness. He was not going to be an MVP caliber player like an AI. He wasn't the scorer that AI is to get that credit.
I mean,
in my
you
opinion.
You got to be a scorer to get MVP.
This point
Steve Nash.
This
Nash.
point guards
Got
that
two
won-
of
yeah,
them.
right.
Okay.
And another thing is, if you got some NBA cats in here, how we just doing this talking like that, all of them is going to say Allen Iverson is going to be ahead of Chris Paul.
I don't know.
Chris
bro.
Paul was second in MVP vote in his third year. He was third, fourth. Like he's.
I think
he's
people
been-
feel
he's been
like Chris Paul slept on. I think a lot of the
He's one of the
OGs
best
would be
defensive
like,
guards ever. He's one of the best. Like,
But if you're
he's-
doing that, then you got to put John Stockton up there.
I can hear that.
Yeah, I would hear it.
Yeah, I can hear that. That's what I'm saying. I can hear
You
that.
got to put John Stockton on that list, which
would
is
hear it.
what I'm most surprised is not on there from Nick Wright, because you talking about a guy that didn't just lead the league in steals,
Yep.
leads
his
the
shit
NBA
nice too.
all time.
All time, yeah. 9-time
his shit
assist
nice.
champ.
Just lead the league in
11-time
assists.
All-NBA.
Leads the league all time.
Now, what about this? The aspect is, I also think he's not factoring in eras, because respectfully, like
John
D Wade's a
Stockton's-
better player than Jerry West.
Yeah.
But if you're giving respect to eras,
Yeah.
then you can have Jerry West at 5. But like,
see-
there's not a world where I'm taking Jerry West over SGA.
Can I interject here?
I'm just
Hell
not doing
no.
that.
Basketball's
Yeah.
too young of a sport for us to be comparing eras from 50 years apart like we do right now. I think you have to go, especially whenever ranking players, in eras. It's a completely different NBA now than it was pre-Michael Jordan. Think about how different it is now versus then. I think it's just hard to quantify whenever we're talking about a Bob Cousy in the same.
Listen,
yes, he has accolades, but those accolades aren't nearly. We have to write for inflation.
They don't hold
Yeah.
as much weight, and that's why I've said it before on here. I'm gonna say it again.
About Bill Russell.
Your game is not transcendent to your era, I can only put you so high in the ranking. That's why I don't count. Now I'm not saying they're not worthy of it, but Bill Russell's not going to be in my top anything. Even Wilt Chamberlain is not in my top anything. I respect him as they're goats of their
we'll
eras.
get up in there.
They were pioneers for
You
the
have
game.
to separate it, though.
They did a
Yeah.
lot for the game, but their game is not transcendent. Somebody like Hakeem, his game is transcendent. You drop him off in any era, old, new, and future, he's going to be good in the NBA.
But I don't think there's anybody before the 1980s whose game was transcendent. You know, that didn't play into the 1980s.
Julius Erving,
like Kareem.
maybe?
But I think Julius played into the 1980s. I think
Yeah, he did.
1982,
I mean, that's-
he went to the finals.
That's
with
what I'm
the,
saying. It's so hard to
Sixers.
quantify, though. Like, it's think about how different the game is, even from the 60s to the late 80s.
Yeah.
Completely different game. From the late 80s to the mid 2000s. A lot closer, but it's still different.
Yeah.
And then now, like, bro, you watch, I've speaked about this numerous times. Watched all of MJ's playoff games. All of them. Completely different game. But the craziest thing is, as you start to get later into the second three-peat, you're like, oh, this is more similar to the basketball I grew up watching.
Yeah, he could play.
No.
in the
He's
2000s.
always
And
MJ. Boy, I was very strong on the LeBron James over MJ thing. I don't feel that way anymore because seeing how great MJ is.
Oh, so you got Jordan better than
Bro,
MJ.
I think they're both GOATs. I can't compare the two because I watched how different the era MJ played in and watch the one for LeBron. I'll never say either is above the other anymore. I won't. But my thing is looking at this list, right? How do you quantify a guy like a John Stockton being on the list whenever he, for the majority of his career, is not the best player on his team?
Yeah.
When the rest of these guys, D Wade, been a championship one. Acho Robinson, been a champion. Isaiah Thomas, Jerry West, Kobe, Magic.
Can I answer that? Can I answer
Michael.
that?
What?
Because for one, this is a list of guards. And for two, that's more of a credit to Karl Malone, as much as I hate to give him any credit because
he was a
weirdo.
dog.
He's a despicable human being, but a great basketball player.
Yeah.
It says more about Karl Malone than it does John Stockton.
Yeah. That's
On the Heat,
Karl Malone was an
on
animal.
the Heat, the Heatles, LeBron James is the best basketball player on the team. Yeah. That's not a diss to Dwayne Wade. Yeah. It just says more about LeBron than it does D Wade. Okay. So to me, I can't hold as much weight for that with the Stockton argument. He is. But has Stockton ever
been the one on his team?
But Karl Malone, bro, is a top 5 power forward of all time.
Top 2. He's right behind Tim.
So that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah. So I think it's hard to.
I do think when you get into these conversations, to your point, Kieran, you just got to rank like 1980 and to present. Salute to Jerry West, salute to Bob
all
Cousy,
them guys,
but just like you just got to respectfully keep them outside. Because what you do with these conversations is sometimes you want to rank accomplishments, and then sometimes you want to rank better player.
Right.
And it's a convoluted list.
And it's why nobody will ever say Bill Russell is the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, despite having 11 championships.
Yeah, he has 11 chips, which is the standard we hold.
The teams won. The teams won.
There's 8 teams in the NBA.
Yeah, the first one. But then, like, Wilt was just getting what he wanted, points and all that. Yep. Anyway, I do want to say this though, like, accomplishments matter.
They do, team and individual.
All of it, because you got to actually. That's what I'm saying. Like, even the errors are different, and like Jordan was right, it's hard to grade them. But what I always go back to is like, it ain't just easy to go out there and just do that.
Yeah.
And then like when we don't respect the players, we just talk like that. Oh, he had this many championships, but who was it against? Or oh, he had this. That shit ain't easy to do, man.
Right,
yeah. So when you go out there, you get MVPs and you get all these first team, all NBA, like that ain't easy.
Yeah. You're big on they have to go out there and play the game at the end of the day. I got to lace up my sneakers and I go out there and play basketball.
That, like,
and I hear you.
If I'm better than you, even though we're all professionals, that's the only thing I just hate when we kind of play that game because, it's not easy to just go out there and just, you know what? I'm going to be the best in the league.
And to your point, Shady, they didn't have the training back then. They never saw Michael Jordan, so I can't emulate a Michael Jordan. I am the Michael Jordan of my era.
I'll ask you this, though. This might be a maybe unfair comparison, but like, let's say XFL back in the day. They're professional football players, but it's also a failing league. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like in that failing league where the skill level is not as high as it is in a prominent league where you've had decades and decades of players to learn from their skill sets. You take the best parts of all these other things. Yeah. The game evolves. Like, it gets better. I think it's tough to quantify. Now, I will ask you guys this real quick before we move on. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if they win a championship this year, he's on this list at 8.
I was wondering that.
Where do you place him in the all-time guards list if he wins a championship this year and back-to-back MVPs?
You got to put him at 5 behind Steph, Kobe, Magic, Jordan.
Can we please stop with the recency bias?
D-Wade don't have an MVP.
Going for Isaiah.
D-Wade ain't got a league MVP, and Shai would have 2 chips as the best player on his team and 2 MVPs.
Hell yeah,
Isaiah, I don't think has a league MVP.
He don't.
Obviously, Isaiah got chips. So he got to jump. He just got to jump them cats, bro.
Y'all are hurting my brain.
Why
it doesn't sound right, but this is the uncomfortable stuff I'm talking about.
Wait, why don't it sound right?
No. It doesn't sound right because you think of. I think nostalgia bias is the same thing as much as recency bias is.
Yes,
we think of Isaiah Thomas as like, bro, it's
and I think SGA's like what we talking about?
I agree. I feel the I see what you're saying.
Where is it?
If SGA won another championship and MVP this year and then never touched basketball again, he's top 5 all time.
Yeah. Y'all are guards.
My thing is those
guards, Canadian.
Okay, I'll ask you this, Shady.
You say that right, Trey? But like, I hate when we just stop the player's career. For example, if you did the same thing with Isaiah after he won his second championship, it's like, oh, if you won't say he's top 5 then?
Right. So if I'm not going to do that for Isaiah, I'm definitely not going to do it for SGA.
But what I'm saying is that, like, his career is his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Isaiah had your career. What we saying is, from my man getting scoring titles to all NBAs
MVPs.
to MVPs.
Yep, championships.
No, that shit count.
Yeah.
That ain't easy to do. But what we saying? Bro, 2 MVPs and 2 chips?
Back to back.
Listen to what we saying, man.
That makes him top 5 all time if he never plays again. Or
you're saying
guards.
Isaiah never accomplished nothing like that.
Yeah, D-Wade ain't do it, G.
What like that?
But Isaiah
he's doing something that these guys have never done.
Accomplished much more less than over the course of his career, though, is what I'm saying.
If SGA does this while Luke is in the league, Jokic is in the league, Giannis is in the league, Embiid is in the league, Durant is in the league, LeBron is in the league, Wemby's in the league. If he gets 2 MVPs while 8 top 20 players are in the league, you feel like that's what it is.
It holds a lot of weight.
You know what I mean?
Top
like
5 all-time guard though.
I'm saying if you get 2 MVPs while 8 top 20
at the end of the season.
So name me some guards because you keep saying top 5. So name me some top 10 guards that's better than him that has 2 MVPs.
There aren't any.
2 championships and back to back. You name me some.
It's not possible. I looked yesterday.
Agreed. Yes,
That's crazy.
They're not.
Jordan,
but I don't necessarily hold that as a heavier weight than averaging 22 points and 10 assists over your career. That was a 15-year career.
What's up?
Mike, I can't hear you.
Man, I don't even want to talk to Mike no more. You telling me you don't count a dude having 2 back-to-back MVPs and 2 championships?
As just overshadowing guys that had 15, 17, 18-year careers that were illustrious? No, I don't.
Well, obviously, his career ain't going to stop tomorrow.
Correct.
Right.
We playing this game.
But y'all said tomorrow you're putting him in the top 5 if he does that.
This is why it feels uncomfortable, though, because what we're saying is actually not crazy whatsoever.
It's not crazy.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this year is going to get his 4th All-NBA team. Isaiah Thomas in that long, illustrious career has 5.
Come on, man.
Like he's going to be 1 year away.
It was position specific.
But SGA would still get him.
SGA would still get him.
SGA
the past 3 years would still be a first-team All-Pro. SGA would still be a top 10 player in the league over the past 4 years. Yes.
Yes, but
MVPs, he still got them.
So
that's still a one-man award.
2 out of the, how many does he have? 5?
Got 4.
He's
got 4?
Isaiah Thomas has.
No, how many does SGA?
He's going to have 4. He needs one more to tie Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, this will be
his 4th this year.
So 2
this will
of
be
them
his second
MVP,
MVP, something that Isaiah hasn't done times 2. This will be his second championship. If he wins it this year, that'll be just as much as Zeke has.
But are we acting like Isaiah Thomas hasn't done things that Shai hasn't done?
What
can't do that either.
Hold on.
Isaiah Thomas has
He's just done it more times. He hasn't done anything Shai hasn't done.
No, what has he done more?
Nothing.
He averaged 19 and 9 over a 13-year career. Shai hasn't done that.
Man, come on, man.
Kieran, super chat, bro. Let's get out.
This how I know Bob Cousy to go at him, man. He just
Shai, by the way, is averaging 25.
This is how you know Bob Cousy was giving that work
over his career.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
nostalgia base. What?
Yeah, that's
the man got 2 MVPs. Never mind.
That's how you know Bob Cousy was dropping them off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ethan, play some music. Trey, get some super chats on the way out, bro. I know that last conversation.
Southern Smoke said, Roseman. Southern Smoke jumped in the super chat and said, Roseman, woulda, shoulda, coulda been a flame if not for that injury. I know we can't have the woulda games, though. Facts. Adam Larson jumped back in the super chat, said, let me try this again. First off, F Nick Wright.
Oh, wow.
We don't hate Nick. That's the same dude who came at all of us?
Adam Larson? I can't remember. He said something earlier in the show, but hey, we don't mind Nick Wright around here. Secondly, Shady, 412 guy here. Love Yins in the Speakeasy. That's like Philly, you from Harrisburg. Is that like Harrisburg slang? Yins?
Hey, 412, all love.
Okay.
No, he said YINZ. Love Yins in the Speakeasy?
Oh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh. That's some Pittsburgh slang. Oh, okay.
Is Harrisburg near Pittsburgh?
3 hours.
3 hours. Oh, where's it?
Bro, Pittsburgh is like.
Oh, yeah, you lived in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, yeah, shout out.
Sorry, I'll be there.
Chemistry is unreal. What are thoughts on Steelers, Rodgers, and Mike McCarthy as head coach? 412 strong.
Praise God, we ain't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Rodgers yet.
Wow.
No, that's my point. But we ain't even opined on it. I love it.
Yeah, he's still a free agent, right?
Yeah.
Yo, if you get married, you'll take a shot. You should get married.
You gotta have a glass of champagne at the least.
You ain't never had a glass of champagne before? Like New Year's, you ain't never done?
You know, Jesus had one before, though.
Bro, it's okay.
He turned water into it. It obviously means something.
Yeah, drinking is not the sin. Drunkenness is.
Maybe champagne. I wouldn't take a shot.
So God, if Jesus did it, you can't do it? You think you better than Jesus?
You think Jesus felt the buzz?
That's a wild take.
I'm done, bro.
Wow. R.I.P.
What would Jesus do? Jesus drank wine?
Swaggy D. Dot said, I'm 29 and started self-improvement and inspiration channel, but for real though, dress better, Jamarcus Russell Bear, and your wannabe Jersey Shore blowout needs to go. Wow.
Oh, gosh.
That was crazy. Yeah. Sound off on him, bro.
What did Richard Sherman say?
What'd he say?
I'm not going to go.
What'd he say?
What'd he say to Skip Bayless?
Better than you and everything.
In my 27 years of life, I'm not taking much inspiration from you talking about my outfits and whatnot. I'm very happy. I'm very comfortable. I think that's what's important. My girl like my hair.
Oh wait,
your girl probably like my hair.
Time out. Hold on. So we not just gonna
not
drop
now.
Yeah, you're right. We're not gonna get into it. Yeah.
Any girl that I've ever talked to likes my hair.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please, bro.
You say my girl. Now we gotta excavate if you have.
I can't have a girl.
Yeah, we gotta do all the things. Yeah, we don't want to do it. But I will say, Swaggy D. Dot. Speaking of starting self-improvement and inspiration channels, Acho, you had something that you wanted to say. That was inspirational.
Look,
Rome's got it.
Rome, you got it.
Yeah, Rome's got it.
Hey, we got an email today.
Oh wow,
we did. We got an email today, and it was ESPN requesting to use our footage
Yes.
It
That
wasn't us
ESPN.
requesting to use their footage.
Right.
So all I'm saying is to y'all creators creating, just understand the landscape is shifting. It's no longer that you have to borrow from the conglomerate. It's that the conglomerate is borrowing from the builder. Rome, you got the clip? Yeah. Speakeasy popping, man.
Sacked on 10% of his dropbacks. Only Geno Smith was sacked at a higher rate. Now, former Chiefs pass rusher and now commander Charles Omenihu spoke recently about how defenses approach Lamar.
Well, Lamar, honestly, you bring a 5-man rush on him and collapse that pocket, he's drifting backwards. And unfortunately, he might make a play that isn't going to be the best play for the Ravens. With Josh, he going to drift backwards, run around. He's a large human being. Hard to get down. He can make every throw, bro. Every throw from no matter where he's at. His arm strength is unbelievable. I don't think Lamar has that big amount of arm strength like how Josh does. Yeah. And like I said, I just think I think you figured out Lamar. You come after him, bro. You close all the lanes. You 5-man rush him. And you cover his guys.
Wow.
Rome, that's good. So I really just want to know.
Hold on, at the beginning of that, were they showing like what Charles said statistically kind of held up to be true?
Yeah.
Damn, they was cooking.
I'm just saying, y'all create what y'all called to create and let the big dogs come to y'all. Let that little clip be a little encouragement. Speak easy. Make a noise.
That's facts.
Anything else, sir?
Listen, we got a couple more. Shannon Wilson came back again. She got bread. Hey, Carebear. Hey, listen, if you ever down on your luck, you know what I mean?
Why me? Why can't it be?
Because her daughter likes you. Her daughter said that you're the favorite of the show.
Everybody's daughter like me.
All right, bro. Anyway, Shannon said, guys, how do I send the picture? I'm 50 years old and not so good with technology.
Hold on now.
Now, I've known you to
be good with technology?
To dabble with the 50s.
To enjoy the
Shannon,
the more seasoned variety.
You could send the picture to
Emmanuel Acho on
Shady
Instagram.
McCoy 25.
You said 50?
Yeah. The mic, Shady.
Shady has a girl. Hold on. First of all, Shady has a girlfriend. Trey is married.
Yeah.
And apparently you are too now. So
I did
it's just you.
I did not say I have a girl.
You literally just said that.
Why y'all holding my words against me, bro?
All right, bro.
What are we doing?
Super chat.
Anyway,
listen, last one I have for the night is from James Barris, 5928.
What up, JD?
Shady, when I moved to Philly, I was at Villanova and I remember Brian Westbrook playing for the Eagles. What are your thoughts on his legacy in Philadelphia? Please grab the mic before you speak, LaShawn.
I think Brian Westbrook's one of the greatest running backs of Eagles history. Talk about catching, running, blocking, being smart, intelligent. That's B West for sure, for sure. He's one of my favorites. And I will say this though, man, he was I looked up to B West when I was in high school. So Big West, my guy.
That's what's up. That's all I got, man, for the super chats. Shady, appreciate your answer, man. And I see you found your earring.
Yeah, it matters.
Looks
Carebear, get us out this joint.
Real glossy over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we are going to be darker than the chicken that I enjoy from Popeyes.
Why we dark tomorrow? Why we dark today?
Yeah, I wonder why.
You're
Hold
gone
on.
tomorrow, Shady.
Because we missed the episode last week too, right? Was it because of you?
I've been here. I've been here every show since I've got married.
Shady, you were available last week, right?
I'm always available.
Oh, dang, that's crazy. What? I remember being available.
Yeah, what I say?
You're literally leaving on Sunday.
Since I've been
I will not be here Sunday. No, I will not be here Sunday. But look, we're going to be dark tomorrow, but we will be back Thursday, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Here in the Speakeasy, we love being a part of you guys' every night routine. But look, you guys got to do something for us before you get up out of here. Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, guys. I'm gonna belabor this point with you. I'm not gonna keep playing with you, okay? I care about fanatical effort and hitting the subscribe button.
Yeah.
All right? I'm going to talk to you like a coach right now.
Okay.
Hit the damn subscribe button, and when you do, hit the bell button to be notified when we go live next, which is not going to be tomorrow because we're dark.
Was that your middle school coach or your high school coach?
That's a good point. Actually, I did play sports in high school.
You golfed, kid.
I played golf, absolutely. Single-digit handicap. Y'all can't hold me on the golf course. No one in here can beat me. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys.
On the weight?
No, no, that's not why I put on the weight. I mean, golf is actually It's pretty, especially in Texas. You out there burning a lot. You walk around in 95-degree heat for 3 hours.
Yo, it's 10 o'clock, fellas.
Anyway, okay, look, we got to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Kieran. It's been goodness gracious. LaShawn, Shady McCoy, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
We will see you guys next time.
Taylor,
right back
get
here.
your ass
Let's
talk about Bar Koozie and Trey right now.